And then there were 8. Day 2 was as brutal as expected, with fully half of the first round matches requiring all 3 games to determine the victor. But with only one exception, the second elimination round was mostly about the seeded teams showing why they had earned their spots. And only one team has run the gauntlet to advance from the group stage to the quarterfinals.
That's spicy right there. And we see BN taking it in straight games against ARP.
And now the ultimate goal is within sight. Only 3 more match victories separate any one of these teams from glory. But the quest to attain that goal will require them to defeat the best teams on the server. Which of them has what it takes to climb all the way to the top? Buckle up, worshippers. King of the Sea is far from over.
All right. How's everybody doing on this beautiful Sunday?
Doing good. How about yourself, Zav?
Doing fine, doing fine. Looking forward to some more worship action as always.
Damn right. We are back here. It is Sunday. It is time for the quarterfinals.
Indeed, indeed. Thanks real quick for that awesome intro video. Once again, that's number 3 you've managed to crank out, and this time in like, what, 2 hours?
Yeah, we did that one overnight and early this morning, so it maybe is not as good as I would have liked, but it gets the job done. So, oh well. The goal was to have one for every day, and doing them, doing once for day 2 and day 1, 2, and 4 is easy because I've got several days to get it ready. But the day 2 to day 3 turn is short, so that one is maybe not as good as I'd like, but it'll have to do. It's done now.
Absolutely. Well, hey, it's better than nothing, and I'll tell you what you were able to put together is fantastic. So, great job highlighting some of those key moments. I personally was shocked, I think most shocked at that battleship round coming into the smoke and just killing whatever was in there. Like, he just knew.
My God. you and I saw that yesterday, right? That Grozovoy play, and it was just mind-blowing. Like the Yamato shells were like stacked on top of each other, and they went through this poor guy, and he went from basically full health to 13 HP on like 7 or 8, like 6 shells. It was just obscene.
Yeah, absolutely, it was incredible.
So yeah, I felt bad for those guys because they had, that was RQL. They were playing a really good game up to that point, but that was like that moment just flipped that whole match because now they lost their ability to contest caps and a number of other things just kind of fell apart for them after that.
Well, we saw
and
a couple.
Even then, go ahead.
That was because we saw a couple games where initial kill right at the beginning part just sealed the deal, set the tone.
Right. Well, and then RQL. So they had that kind of catastrophic damage happen to them in game 1 of the match, and then in game 2 of the match, they lost one of their Zhaos early, fought back in, still had a really good chance to win that match, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I mean, RQL they got swept by TNG in that series, but it could have just as easily gone the other way if not for a couple of mistakes. So
yep, and this is King of the Sea.
Level of play. That's right.
So yep, there you go. Real quick shout out to Robin Outlaw, Waspleg, I think is his name, and Jay Red Sea Bear for coming up with the winning clips from my broadcast yesterday. So for those of you watching my broadcast, top 3 clips from the day, I'm going to reward you with a community contributor container. Big moments, anything special you see, clip it, and you can win big.
I love this plan. Zaf told me he had done this yesterday, and I didn't hear about it until after the cast. I'm going to do the same thing today, guys. Anybody on my channel, and we'll mention this a couple times over the course of the stream, anybody who clips something, a big moment, something that they really enjoyed, clip it, and if we use it, or if we decide we really like it for whatever reason, if I end up using it for the day 4 video or something like that, I'll send you a CC crate, okay? So, or codes or something. I got to look through my codes and see what I've got available, but I will definitely make sure that you get a fun reward and a pat on the back for helping us out.
Yeah, and Raptor, as you know, if you need something from me, let me know. I got you, fam.
Absolutely. So, but Zaf, here we are. It's the quarterfinals. We're down to the top 8, and our good friends from both ZR and BN, of course, have made it this far, and that's who we're bringing you guys here for Game 1.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it. I've been astonished, absolutely astonished that BN has managed to make it all the way to this point. Nothing against them, but it's great to see teams making it to the quarterfinals and semifinals who we really haven't seen before. And it just adds such a diversity to the game. I love it.
I agree. I'm really excited. BN, of course, is one of our Latin America clans, and they've got a couple of guys on their roster from another one of the Latin American clans as well, SUR. So, to my knowledge, this is the first time one of the groups basically playing in the NA event has made it this far who's not actually from, like, largely from NA. And I'm pretty stoked by this because there's been a lot of Latin American clans, South American clans in competitive play off and on. And these guys, BN has just continued to get better and better and better. They have an immense challenge in front of them, taking on what amounts to a team comprised of the defending champions of the event, right? Like, this is not going to be an easy task. But I'm just excited that they've made it this far. I admit, a little bit of a homer pick. I'm rooting for these guys. I would love to see them advance. It's going to be tough. ZR is going to be a very, very tough fight for them.
Oh, absolutely, yes. And I mean, I see some people I would consider friends on the QP team or RIP team, whatever. And I got to say, part of me is rooting for them, but part of me is also rooting for BN. I want to see this match go down as one of the most competitive matches that we've had so far this series.
I would love that. Nothing would make me happier. And we're almost there. Everyone is ready. So I think we're going to be getting to the action almost right away. We can talk more about these two teams in a minute. You ready, Zath?
I am ready indeed, sir.
Well, that's good because there we go. We're dropping.
All right.
With more coastline than any country in the world, the nooks and crannies of the shores of northern Canada set the stage for a showdown between opposing fleets. Amidst the barren rocks and snow-capped peaks, only one team will remain unvanquished. This is Warrior's Path. Warrior's Path is a 48 by 48 kilometer domination-style map with 3 cap points running in a line from west to east. The A cap is on the extreme left, B is in the center, and C is on the far right. To the west, Cap A has enough nearby island cover that it generally attracts at least one radar cruiser from each team. There is island cover within the cap that gives destroyers the options of entering and hunkering down to contest it, but it's exceptionally risky. Capture Area B is a difficult and challenging place to be in the early going of a game. Between radar and enemy aircraft, destroyers within the cap will be easily spotted. Though they have cover in the form of the tall island in the center of the cap, they risk being pinned down there if the opposing team is determined to find a way to wipe them out. Off to the east, the sea cap offers solid cover for friendly cruisers along the northwestern and southwestern edges, but precious little inside the cap itself. The long, narrow channel to the east that connects C and B is a frequent place to see pushes occur in the mid to late game, depending on the board position of each team. Warrior's Path has a long and storied history within the tournament, having produced many close and competitive games. It begs the question, what memorable plays and matches will result this time around? 18 ships, 2 teams, 1 victor. It's time to play Warrior's Path.
On their side of the map.
Yeah, it's kind of interesting seeing a midway again on BN side here. We've got Achievements to You, which I believe is... Oh boy, I gotta remember.
Carefree Tongue.
Thank you, Carefree Tongue. Yep, and Hakuryu.
Yes,
all these people keep changing their names. And I know he's a really good carrier player. Dastard in Montana, phenomenal player. Storl the Toxic, don't know who that is. Mechanics, I see him all the time playing Cruiser, doing good stuff there. SAT score, interestingly enough, is in Minotaur. He's more of a destroyer player, though Minotaur can be like a chibi destroyer. Sneaky Snake in the Zhao. Stalingrad with Island Sheep. Interesting, we see a Stalingrad on both sides, especially 2 on BN side there. And following up the lineup is a Gearing.
Indeed, this will be the first match that I believe you and I have casted with 2 Stalingrads. I'm very curious to see how they decide to deploy these guys.
Yeah, with 2 Stalingrads on the BN... Oh, Augstum just took a big hit. Already. Wow.
Yeah, August got hit in that first initial salvo. They're on to Kaiser Kraken now. Not getting a whole lot of that salvo, but both those forward cruisers have taken a bit of damage. Not catastrophic, but low.
Yep, there he is again. Yep. And we see Zombie here in the Minotaur trying to. We have double Minotaur. Oh my god.
You do have double Minotaur,
What?
and I'll tell you, having Zombie does amazing work with that Minotaur and be on this map. I've seen it before. One of the highlights of the last King of the Sea tournament that I remember very clearly was watching him use his single torps to just wipe out a Montana that was trying to charge him in that cap. It was a thing of beauty.
Absolutely. So like I was saying earlier, that the big thing is going to be with BN, they can post Stalingrad on both sides and basically control the enemy push with that Stalingrad. So they kind of have a little bit more flexibility than ZR does right now.
It's possible. We're going to have to see how this all lines up. I still feel like that bringing the midways is a bit of a risk because you're not able to control the spotting or the ability of them to spot you from the backfield the way you can with a Hakuryu.
Absolutely. As Zombie now just lets loose with his anti-air, immediately shoots down 3 planes with that Minotaur.
Well, the AP bombs are out here looking for him. The fighter cover is disappearing rapidly. They're going to bring in AP bombs from the front and the back for poor Zombie. Nothing doing. He does not get much out of it there.
No, I'm amazed.
I'm a little surprised as well. I guess that's the midway drop circle not working out for him. Good target selection, but just did not get the results they were looking for.
Yep. So we've got a Wooster and Minotaur posted up in both the anti-air FU zones, and so now we're left with kind of wide open at A here, huh?
Indeed. Well, both teams kind of jockeying for position. Nobody really into caps yet. The BN lone gearing is well north of A over here. He's working the, what is this? This is Delta 3 or so.
Yep.
He's rotating back west to east as he's backed up well in the rear behind him by a Stalingrad, a Wooster, and a Yamato.
And we can see both teams are being very cautious here. We saw some early, hits in Slugfest, but we haven't really seen a lot of, like, focus on one ship. A lot of ships are staying undetected, that sort of thing.
And things are about to get a little interesting over at sea. Ishtar's Stalingrad seems determined to drive straight into the cap. I'm not sure where he's going to put this ship after he gets in there. Surely he's not going to turn to starboard into the... He might... Actually, I think he's going to pull up on the edge of the cap and just sit there and dare them to do something about it.
Not a bad idea, especially if he's able to get the cap. I mean, he's kind of there anyway.
Wait. Oh, I see what he's doing. Kaiser Kraken's Wooster is right behind him. Ishtar's going to draw the fire while Kaiser caps, I think.
Smart play.
Because they can see Ishtar, I'm sure, but I don't think they can see Kaiser.
You are correct, sir. They cannot. And
Now,
their attention is over at A right now.
Kaiser is actually cutting in front of Ishtar now. He's heading for the channel between A and B in his Wooster as Ishtar continues to draw fire.
That's a brilliant maneuver. We don't see him at all. All we see is Ishtar up there getting shot at.
Yeah. Kaiser is moving up. He's going to be right up on that forward island on the south side of that channel momentarily.
Wow. Hats off to this team for immediately starting with something that ZR doesn't even know is happening.
Yeah, very, very solid play here. A little bit of, definitely some action over on the 10 line here. The BN Wooster up here in a little bit of trouble, down to half health, below half health already as he pulls back.
Yeah, up on the 1 line. And by the way, your other Wooster, Kaiser Kraken, was literally just barely detected. So the gig is up. They know where the Wooster is going now.
Well, they know he's there, but the question is, do they have anybody who can get shots on him? Ishtar has given up a lot of his HP to hold that position.
Not surprising. Stalingrads don't do well against focus fire. We see Jamie Mendoza over here also taking a lot of sustained fire.
6 minutes gone. Both teams on a cap. Score basically even here, but BN is definitely losing the attrition war in terms of health early on. They're down about 40,000 hit points as ZR is doing a much better job of keeping their ships in cover, out of sight, whatever, as they continue to lay fire down on Buenos Noches.
Yep. Kaiser Kraken spotted by aircraft, opened up with his main guns now. Tried to catch Zombie broadside, but Zombie said nope and just lazily listed to the right. Or left, I mean.
Ooh, that position for Kraken is rough. He's going to be able to contest. Their gearing is in B now. I just realized this. That's going to give it the distraction of Kaiser is going to give the gearing some cover, but Kaiser's got to be careful. I mean, the battleships in the Stalingrad are probably out there gunning for him.
Yeah, I'm actually right now looking at the Yamato, and I'm looking at the Montana. So far, I haven't seen them shoot, but you better believe that Montana is changing. Dastard is getting in position to punish.
BN picks up B as they will start to slowly work out to an early lead here. Their force north of A doing exactly what it must, continuing to give ground and trade health for time. I'm a little surprised to see that their forces on the other side of the map aren't really pushing themselves. They just seem to be just kind of languishing over there. Because ZR is not wasting any time, or excuse me, RIP is not wasting any time pushing up the 1-2 line.
Yeah, I think we're both going to do that quite a bit.
Yeah, we are both going to do that.
That's all right.
Absolutely.
But you're right, and here's some fire discipline here. The RIP players saying, well, the Yamato's there, but we're going to try to get that Stalingrad out. And Jamie Mendoza just disappeared, so...
The B and Stalingrads have drawn a tremendous amount of hate early on. Rip clearly considers them valuable targets to get off the board, far more so than the battleships. Although Blaze's Yamato now starting to come under some fire as a torpedo attack is coming in from his stern. Now he does have the Worcester there, but that means the Worcester will get spotted and will draw some fire himself.
Yep, Ishtar making a very well-timed maneuver.
And Midway fighters coming in.
Ishtar basically finding a way to get out of C-cap without taking any damage. Nice work there.
Yep, Ishtar has now backed out of C, turned around, bow headed the other way, getting his guns into the action over at A, as it looks as if BN is content to leave the Montana and the Zhao to hold C. Now, we have not seen your gearing in a while. Where is he at, Zaf?
Oh, he's over at A-cap. That'd be the Burb. Otherwise,
yes.
Is that Halcyon?
That's correct.
Okay.
Yes, I believe so. And what I'm guessing is that, and we see this, right? They're 100,000 points up in terms of damage now. They seem content to trade HP. Let these guys have the caps while they get the HP lead, and they have a significant HP advantage right now.
Absolutely, they do. And we've seen this before in competitive. ZR, for the most part, or this team, whatever, they're used to saying, well, you can have the board for the first half of the battle. That's fine. And then we're going to come and take it away from you.
Indeed. BN not really having good shots on many of these ships, not really having put good damage into many of them at all. The Minotaur and their Yamato are about the lowest things, and they're still at probably 70+% HP, whereas Blaze's Yamato is teetering on the brink of death over here, way over on the 3 line.
Kaiser Kraken's doing a nice job putting his Worcester in position to protect the dive bombers that are going to come in on Zombie right about now, as he's taking a torpedo hit as well.
Ooh. Some good damage on Zombie here. AP bombs get him low, but he's still in the game.
Oh, man.
Yep, there comes this 3D printed new ship. They've done 2 big airstrikes on Zombie, determined to get him off the board, but he's still around.
I had my hand on Control G, ready to go. Oh, here comes one lone torpedo. And it's a miss.
Nope, he doesn't take it. Yep. Zombie clings to life at 16,000 HP on the bottom end of the B cap. He's kind of alone there. The Dastard's Montana is moving in closer to buy him, probably to provide some additional AA support. It can't hurt. Zombie's come under 2 really strong air assaults at this point. That does narrow the damage gap a bit. I mean, that damage gap is now only about 50k. BN's starting to get some of their own back here in terms of damage.
Yep, Mickey doing a nice job of hovering the empty dive bombers in the area, trying to keep Zombie spotted for the Stalingrad Yamato up there at the north, but just not enough time to get those guns in action. Meanwhile, it looks like QP is starting to move into C-cap. They've realized that the majority of BN has pulled their forces out of C, so it's time to come and take the map back.
Well, that looks like they're going to shove Island Sheep Stalingrad right into the cap.
Yes.
Tacuary's Montana has now switched to HE firing at this bow in Stalingrad. And
did you say bow in Stalingrad or bow in Stalingrad?
Bow in Stalingrad.
Oh, okay. I thought you said balanced.
Balanced Stalingrad, same thing.
Speaking of which, look at Ogstum taking that balanced Stalingrad AP.
Indeed, but we'll see. He's not going to be able to cap, but he is going to stop the points loss over there.
Yes, and more importantly, he's also putting pressure on this side, so that doesn't allow BN to just simply focus on one part of the map. It's reminding them that they have to be focused everywhere.
Absolutely. Now,
Oh,
what's
no.
interesting also...
Oxygen down at 1600.
See this, and there he goes. Rip picks up the first kill of the game as they bag August Zhao way over here on the 10 line. That narrows the gap, but BN was still with a lead here with 7.5 minutes to play on Warriors Path.
Right, they win in under 4 minutes if nothing changes, but we know it's about to change.
Well, Island Sheep's... Yep, his Stalingrad back on the cap now. His AP doing work against this Montana up here, but they're going to need some help to keep him from capping this point. Here come the torpedo bombers. This will be interesting because we know Stalingrad has that particularly nasty and long defensive fire.
Yes. It's interesting to see Storo just kind of going into a kiting out position with the Yamato there.
Solid strafe from Carefree there as he comes in with the fighter strafe. Another torpedo squadron still going in on Island Sheep. Looks like it's going to be the victim of another strafe. Nope, none of those torpedo bombers are going to survive.
Yep. Island Sheep saying he used defensive fire, so he's trying to help kill the fighters and bombers out of here too. This is a team effort killing planes. It's not just the carrier's job.
Very much so. Still a very, very tight game here as we cross under 7 minutes to play.
Now Island Sheep is back on fire. Let's keep in mind that he takes a longer burn than a cruiser would.
Now this is interesting. The AP bombers now hunting for this Stalingrad in sea. Here they come. There is a fighter squadron over there. I don't know if he's going to get much out of these.
No, probably not. Although there's furious clicking going on now.
Yep, Island Sheep continuing to trade his Stalingrad's health for holding the points gain at sea back, but Buenos Noches is doing a really good job of keeping him reset.
Mendoza's about to go down. Sorry.
Go ahead.
Mendoza's at 2,400 hit points.
Yes, he is. 2,400 HP and falling. Trying to find some cover. I'm sure Dastard's Montana is looking for him right now. Yep, here come the shells. As now somebody's back onto B as well to start flipping that cap. That's going to stop BN's points gains entirely.
Yes, that's SAT score in the Minotaur.
This should be Jamie's last salvo. Oh,
nope.
He survives barely.
Oof.
Oh, wow.
Look at SAT
Massive
score.
hit on SAT score. But that's going to be it for Jamie. There he is. Lead flips. Rip has their first, well, not their first lead of the game, but certainly their first lead in a while here. Oh!
There it
Yamato
goes.
takes SAT off the board. The lead flips back with 5 minutes to play.
Now's the part where the action takes over. As both teams are like, we don't want to lose.
Yamato gets punished in return. He's down under 12K. As one of the BN Woosters is busy capping A, as the other two caps are busy flipping the other direction.
I don't know where to go.
Gracious. I don't know where to keep my camera. There's so much going on here. Pira's gearing is about to get into B. That's going to hold that cap.
Nice job by BN taking A cap here.
Yep. BN trying to hold on here. They had a lead for quite some time. Time ticking away under 5 minutes, but this is going to be interesting to see if they can hold on. Pira popping his DF as the cross, as Achievements tries to get the cross drop. He's not going to land any of these torpedoes at all. B is going nowhere. Oh, and the Wooster's going down.
Yep.
Oh, goodness gracious.
Which means that clears Burb to go right into A cap.
That clears Burb to back right into A.
And as you can see,
Zetar has a 3-ship lead. I think this is going to go their way. I don't see a way for BN to hang on at this point.
It's going to be tough. Island Sheep is really low. He needs to get down, and he needs to get down fast if they're going to have a chance here. Taxiware is showing a little bit too much side in the Montana. And we see a Yamato capping.
He is, but he does it for a while. Storo put his Yamato in a great position over there.
Oh, this might seal the deal.
Burning?
He is burning indeed.
Finally going to go down.
Kaiser, very low, 2,500 as well.
Kaiser trying to cling to life here.
Island Sheep survives. What?
No, he doesn't make it. Island Sheep survives on 636 HP, but here come the Montana shells that will probably end that. But if I'm Rip, then I'm okay with this because I have a 4-ship lead. Yep, he finally does go off the board.
Yeah. Wow.
Whew. I don't think BN can hold on any longer, Zaf. I think Rip's going to take this game, but damn, did BN not make it easy for them?
No, they didn't. Some amazing plays there. That Wooster sneak, man. I mean, what?
I really love that, man. That was well done.
Absolutely. This is their chance to show that Latino teams can hack it just like every other team, and I love it. They're doing a wonderful job of this.
Well, there was never any question of that part. It was just more that the ones that had come into the tournament before had always tended to go out in the quarterfinals or the elimination rounds, and they're the first ones to have made it this far, and they're absolutely proving they belong here, giving Rip a very, very tough game here.
Absolutely. Beautiful drops by the carrier.
Very beautiful drops by Achievements. I honestly, this is purely speculative, right? But I honestly think that if BN had not brought a midway, they might have been in a better position. Now, in fairness, that's a little unfair because they put a lot of damage into Zombrie's Minotaur with the AP bombs and the torpedoes and everything, and pushing Hakuryu planes through that Minotaur AA would not be easy, right?
Yeah.
Whereas the midway can get away with it a little easier.
But let's talk RNG here. By doing AP bombs, you are basically dependent on RNG to do your damage. You start taking a decent hit.
Exactly.
So, I mean, you're giving up the consistent spotting, the better fighter cover, all that good stuff, for the chance of whacking a cruiser.
Piers Gearing basically pinned into the B cap here. He's probably proxy spotted.
Yes.
Yes, he is.
I love this destroyer duel going on, though.
He's less than 2 clicks from Dastard's Montana. That's enough for the teams to see him, and that's going to be all she wrote here. This will be over in seconds as Rip is going to claim game 1 of this quarterfinal match here in King of the C7.
Well, we said we wanted an action-packed game.
Boy, did we get it, man.
Oh,
boy, did we get it. There was at one point there was so much going on. There was literally something going on in every single cap circle, and there's only so much we can show.
I just gave up on taking death screenshots because I'm just like I can't be everywhere.
You're the only caster I've ever seen even attempt to do that.
Really?
Goodness gracious, look at the plane kills. You can tell who they were gunning for, trying to get Zombrie's Minotaur off the board. Look at that.
But then you can see the value of that Minotaur in that right place, just creating that no-fly zone. What a game.
Whoo-wee! All right. Game 1 in the books. We will be moving on to Sea of Fortune momentarily. I hadn't set something. There we go. Hey, it's time to draw my raffle. Let's get that done.
Yep, I'm going to do the same.
Actually, was there one open? No, Big M can't win. There we go.
Why can't Big M win?
Big M can't win. That's rigged.
Speaking of rigged, congratulations to Ducky Boy.
This guy seems like he wins something every time he watches.
Well, you know, it is what it is.
All right, let's open up a new raffle here. Okay, so let's do something we didn't do before we started game 1 because game 1 got on top of us pretty quick here.
Yes, it did.
I'm going to put up the streamer graphic for today, so folks can see what else is going on.
Oh, was it fixed?
I don't know that it was fixed, but I'm going to use the one that I've got, right? And that's not
gotcha.
it. Hang on a moment. Hang on a moment. I screwed up this particular. There we go. That got it. So, of course, on this channel, you are watching Buenos noches and Rip here. Kiradichiban is showing 07 and I Hate CV, Kilo Actual, and our buddy from RQL, Double O Duke, are covering PSV and Rush B. And then Quad and Fury are covering Weeb Thunderdome up on his channel. That is Cute versus Cuter. Probably so much spam in that text chat you can't actually watch the game.
Yeah.
Yeah, some garbage like that. So for those of you interested in not hanging with us, if there's another game you're interested in, there they are. Feel free to go watch them. We do not want to discourage you guys from watching a team you're here to see.
Absolutely right. And do me a favor, ready up. It looks like
are
BN
we on top of it that fast?
BN wants back in. Now, a couple of ZR people are still kind of there. Sneaky just left, so it's going to take a minute or two. But
ZR might be making some lineup changes. They have that flexibility in their roster. So let's see how that goes. Next map we're headed to, of course, is going to be Sea of Fortune. So we will be heading there momentarily. Let me get that button queued up. All right.
So let's talk bracket real quick here. Yeah, we've got 07 versus I Hate CV being covered right now by, I think it's Kieran Ichiban, right?
Yes, sir. That is correct.
And then we got Quad doing Cuter and Cutie, or Cute and Cuter, right? I think.
We'll throw the bracket up here real fast. This ought to work.
Quadralus and Fury Atomic. And then we've got Hotel Kilo Actual and Double O Duke doing Rush B versus PSV. So what's going to happen, guys, we have a best of 3, then it's going to move on. We are going to cover whoever's up in the top half of the bracket here. So I Hate CV, 07, Cuter, Cute. 2 of those teams we'll be covering next. Down south, we're going to see Quad and Fury Atomic covering those. And then next week is our finals.
Speaking of which, Zath, tell me about the finals. How's that's going to work?
I'm so excited. We're gonna go down to Wargaming Austin's headquarters, and we're gonna cast that live there with Tragic Loss and a bunch of the other Wargaming peeps. Hang out and have a lot of fun. I can't wait.
That's the plan. We're all queued up. I think we're going to be going shortly here.
Here we go.
Yep.
We're
dropping right now.
All right, time for you guys to see what Sea of Fortune's all about.
Somewhere between the shores of France and England, this critical battlefield is the stage for a clash of enemy fleets. This idyllic setting will soon be shattered by the thunder of guns and flash of explosions, as only one fleet can be victorious. This is Sea of Fortune. Sea of Fortune is a 48 by 48 kilometer domination-style map with 3 cap points running in a line from west to east. The A cap is on the extreme left, B is in the center, and C is on the far right. The A cap is surrounded by islands, but offers virtually no cover within the cap itself. The aforementioned islands provide plenty of places for friendly radar cruisers to conceal themselves, making aggressive destroyer plays into the cap early in the game very risky and frequently suicidal. A narrow passage past the picturesque castle links Cap A and Cap B in the center. There are only 4 ways in and out of the B cap, 1 in each cardinal direction, and no cover inside. The islands near the cap are commonly used as shelter by defending cruisers, who find themselves in turn the primary targets of enemy battleships. Cap C is possibly the easiest cap for destroyers to contest, but that doesn't make it any less dangerous. Wide open to the north and south with a connecting passage to Cap B to the west, ships caught on the cap by enemy radar have nowhere to hide and must vacate the cap or be destroyed. Control of Sea of Fortune can swing very quickly because of how close the capture points are to one another, and the narrow gap between A and B makes defending one cap from the other almost trivial. Teams that allow the action to shift from a north-south axis to an east-west one may find they have an uphill battle to climb. 18 ships, 2 teams, 1 victor. It's time to play Sea of Fortune.
All right, here we are in Sea of Fortune. Team lineup has not changed significantly. For BN, they have traded one of the Zows. August M. Zhao is now a Hindenburg, still running double Stalingrad gearing, double Worcester, Yemi Montana, and sticking with Midway.
How about the fact that ZR, RIP, whatever, are running 2 Hindenburgs now? The Burb has changed out of Destroyer and is now in a Hindenburg.
Well, I think that's a reaction to what we've seen Buenos Noches doing, because one of the most effective ways to counter a Stalingrad is to just drop HE pens on it all day long. With that
Yes.
50 millimeter deck armor, that means you got to take either IFHE Henri Quatre or just a plain old Hindenburg. You don't have to invest the points into IFHE. So I think that's what they're doing. I think they're going to wait to deploy the Hindenburgs to see a little bit where these BN Stalingrads go, and then probably try and tag team one of them with a pair of Hindenburgs. Let's see what happens.
Yeah, absolutely. It's gonna be an interesting move as we see Zombie doing the same thing he did last game, basically going up to the island in the middle.
Well, you put that Minotaur's AA bubble in the middle of the map, and it gives the enemy carriers something they have to concern themselves about. Look at that line of fighters that Achievements has right out, straight across the middle of the map. One or two, right, just spaced perfectly to get good eyes on everything and react wherever he needs them.
Yep.
Very obvious. Very obvious he's got a lot of experience doing carrier in this format. Go ahead.
Absolutely. And as you see, SAT score now being detected. Probably looks like he's using defensive fire. He needs to clear out these fighters as soon as possible.
They'll be off the board momentarily between his AA and the fighter plane holding them there. Piers Gearing works into the bottom end of C, probably spotted. Yep, spotted there on with his AA going.
Yep.
Dumping some torps, immediately bailing out of the cap. Absolute not willing to risk his ship for that, and I do not blame him. That is the right call.
Yeah, absolutely. Zombie starting to chew up some torpedo bombers. Once again, Mickey using the midway.
Kaiser Kraken pulls the brakes and dodges a nice salvo there from the Montana.
Yeah, we've seen him do some amazing work staying alive in previous tournaments, right? What was it, the War Games 3?
Go ahead.
Wasn't it War Games 3? We saw him doing things and we're just like, all right, he's dead. And like 5 minutes later, he's still alive.
I don't know. Maybe you did. I wasn't able to cast War Games 3 because of the reschedule. I had a commitment that weekend. So.
Oh, right.
Ishtar Stalingrad just takes half his HP from Storo's Yamato here very early. Ouch. Well, I was going to comment that BN has gone for a 5-3 split here. They've got a tremendous amount of firepower over on the 3 line. Yamato, Stalingrad, Hindenburg, Worcester. Excuse me, I said 5-3. I'm wrong. There's 4 ships there, and then the Gearing, Worcester, Stalingrad, and Montana are on the other side of the map. My bad.
No worries.
But I'm sure that Ishtar's Stalingrad has got to be priority target number 1 now after that big hit.
Yeah, I'm just looking at where that...
Hindenburg is... Go ahead.
I was just looking at where that shot came in, and that was beautiful execution, just right over the island.
Indeed. Which Hindenburg is north of A, Zaf?
That would be the Burb.
All right, well, his HE is already doing work. Ishtar on fire, continuing to retreat. But staying unspotted with the Stalingrad is not an easy feat at all.
Yep. Rip is now pointing out the Kaiser Kraken's Worcester, so I'm expecting to see some shots raining in on him, but he is quickly ducking into cover.
Yep. Now, we didn't mention it, but Piers Gearing did manage to get back in and bag C, BN picking up the first cap of the game, but again, already down hit points because of the hit that Ishtar's Stalingrad took. They're trying to reposition Ishtar and get him under some hard cover here.
And Jamie Mendoza just took some whacks from Dastard here. He's at about 2/3 health now.
So did the Worcester, way over on the 3 line, also down to half health already. Storo's, the battleship guns of Rip doing really, really solid work here in the early stage of this match. 5 minutes gone, as BN has a very narrow lead, but both teams on the cap and moving up points.
It's interesting just watching BN, their health just being chipped away.
Evaporate. Yeah, well, I mean, like for example here, Jaime Mendoza moving up the 9 line here in his Stalingrad. He knows there's a Hindenburg in front of him in gearing smoke. So if I'm him, my goal was to put my ship somewhere where that Hindenburg can't really do anything to me until the smoke is evaporated. I want to be able to fire back at that guy, to fight back, but he's giving up a lot of health, continuing to move his ship forward, and there's not much need or to be gained from it right now.
Yep. Almost as if he wasn't quite sure where to put his ship. I think what he's trying to do is he's trying to block this side, but he's taking a lot of hit points just to do that.
Piers Gearing has cut back across and is now just south of B. I'm wondering if he's going to be brave enough to try and get into the B cap, knowing there's a Minotaur up there.
I wouldn't.
Is indeed He is indeed turning into the bottom end of B cap. The Minotaur spotted. These cruisers, these BN cruisers over on the 3 line are just getting hammered.
And once again, we're seeing so much action unfolding. It's almost like we can't cover all of it. It's crazy. Torpedoes coming through the smoke at Sneaky. They fizzle.
Pier onto the bottom end of B. That's going to halt the Rip. I almost did it again. Rip point gains, but goodness gracious, the amount of health that these cruisers way over on the south of A have given up is just extreme. Yep. Most of them already well below half health or lower. Oh, Zombie takes a big hit there. More Stalingrad shells coming in. He does succeed in driving Pier off the cap.
And he prints himself a new ship, too.
He pushes the button, but just showing himself for a few seconds there, he took a massive hit. I didn't see it happen, but I saw the result.
Yep, and he's not done yet.
No, he's not. More shells coming in, seeking him out. There he goes. Tactuaries Montana catches him in a crossfire. That's going to free Pier up to move back into the B as Rip loses their ability to hold that B cap, that central piece in the middle of the board.
I'm sure BN is feeling just a little bit better now. They tried to do that all last game.
Yep, they tried to get Zombie off the board all last game. They finally managed to do it here on Sea of Fortune. That's a big loss for Rip.
It is. There's furious pinging now at 3 parts of the map. 1 where the gearing is, 2 where the Montana is on the 9 line, and 3 over where the Yamato is. They're realizing that these battleships have good cross-shot angles, that they're about to lose B-cap. It's time for them to do something.
Yeah, they can't do anything about B, and if they're not careful, they may lose control of A as well. They really need to get SAT scores gearing down into C as quickly as they can, in my opinion anyway. Now, Jaime Mendoza, I'm sure he didn't hear me, but he's definitely put his Stalingrad into a much better position. Not really able to get shots over that island on him right now, and both he and Kaiser Kraken's radar are able to cover C, so I just talked about as trying to get SAT in there, but he's going to struggle to do it just because there's all this radar nearby.
Yep.
They're shoving the Wooster into A. Zath, am I seeing this correctly? Yes, there he is.
Yes, you are. And Blaze doesn't have a shot on him. Mechanic's doing a nice job of basically trying to threaten this here, but Ishtar is going to say, hold on. You don't get to go there.
Blaze is going to go out here very, very shortly. There's too many ships shooting at him on this edge of the map for it to be any other way. He's burning and healing simultaneously, but BN's board position is very good, but they've given up a tremendous amount of health to achieve it. They own all the caps. Right now, Rip not gaining any points at all as we approach the halfway mark of the match.
Absolutely. It's going to be, once again, we see, BN getting the initial start, and we see Rip just basically saying, all right, guys, it's time to go in and take this now. And I'll tell you what, playing competitive against these guys, I've done this before, both in clan battles and Supremacy League. That's their play style, and it lulls you into this false sense of, well, we got this,
Absolutely. Zath, where is SAT score? We have not seen him in forever. Where is he?
SAT score is working with Dastard right now. He just looks like he got the smoke off on Sneaky, and now he's getting himself in a position to... I think what he's trying to do is block Pyrrha from going up north through B and around.
Well, Pyrrha's not even interested in that. He's gone back down to the G line, moving due west. I think they're trying to get eyes on this Wooster that they know is in A. They're fishing for him, trying to get a reset. They know he's in there, but they don't know where. They haven't spotted him in a while, so one of the Hindenburgs, I think it's the Hindenburg, or the Wooster, is just lobbing shells in there, trying to get a reset. He's spotted now. They're calling for fire on him, but I don't think it's going to be in time. Shells inbound. Nope. Rip is going to bag this cap. That's points they desperately need as they're over 300 points down now with 9 minutes to play.
Yep, Blaze is spotted, so he's going to start taking some more damage, although he just popped his heel.
Yep, Blaze just basically continuing to run south, trying to preserve as much of his health as he can. They know what a high-value target he is. If they can get him off the board, that would be big points they need.
Yep, also Ishtar. We see a lot of clicking going on around Ishtar now. I think Zedar is looking to get him gone as soon as possible. Here comes shots from Dastard.
Well, He's got his guns turned over. He's trying to get shots on this Wooster. I think they realize now if they can get the Wooster off the board, they're in a great position to try and push Pyrrha in there and do something about it. Storo's going to take a torp, isn't he?
Yes.
Just one. He does manage to dodge the gearing torps.
Commence bombardment on the
Storo doing a nice job putting pressure on. Oh, Yamato's going to go down by carrier. Here comes Carefree Tongue with the drop.
It does look like the bombers are finally going to get Blaze off the board. This is the power of Hakuryu's fighters. Yep, nothing that the midway can do without getting an entire squadron, just the defense of the Yamato. And they haven't done it, so he goes down. BN's board position still not atrocious. They're still up, got a healthy lead with 8 minutes to play here. They are down on health.
SAT score now backing into BCAP, although he's got to be careful. Yep, there he is.
He is spotted. They know he's there. They're calling for fire on him. I think Pyrrha's radared or something.
Yeah, probably from the Stalingrad or
Wooster.
Wooster.
Gunfight with the Wooster.
Yeah.
That's ballsy, kids. As he smokes up now at the bottom end of BCAP, continuing to lob shells onto the Wooster.
Request fire on designated hostile.
We cannot allow this defeat.
That's how badly they want mechanics gone.
They're focusing Ishtar heavily. I just watched 3 or 4 different sets of shells come in from different directions. Pyrrha switched his fire now to SAT score. They've driven him off the cap for the moment. BN desperately trying to stay in the tournament. Looking really strong. Ooh, Storo down under 8K now.
Yes,
More
they've been
shells
focusing
continuing to
Storo
fall.
hard.
That could be very bad.
Storo got himself stuck in the channel here.
2,300.
Where no battleship should go.
1,600. Wooster is just raining pain on him all day long. He's going to be out. There's nothing he can do about it now. Shells are already in the air. There he goes. BN moves with 150 points of victory here. 6.5 minutes to play on Warrior's Path.
Pyrrha detected by radar now.
Yep, Pyrrha's radared into smoke. He's trading fire with SAT score, trying to at least damage him or drive him back off the cap on his way out the door.
Actually, this might be Hydro.
I'm not sure. It could be Hydro. The Wooster's right there. Wooster's on top of Pyrrha. They need to kill mechanics if they're gonna preserve their gearing. The shells are already coming in. They get him.
Wow.
Pyrrha's
Nice.
gonna survive, it looks like.
We have
They trade
determination.
Woosters here. Pyrrha lives, but it's close.
I just realized I forgot to change my audio mod. I was trying out the Mermaid's Wrath mod to see what it was like.
That's right. Look at the little bit of drama over on the 2 line, Zaf. This Wooster is just mercilessly burning Island Sheep Stalingrad to the ground.
That's sweet justice, I suppose.
It is indeed. It is indeed. Burbs Hindenburg forced to retreat off of the A cap. Pyrrha not able to defend B at the moment, although it looks like he's maybe trying. What is he doing? Rip all in now. They've got ships in both B and C. They have to halt BN's points gains before this gap gets any larger. 5 minutes to play on Warrior's Path. Dastard now driving right into the C cap, trying to make a play. They're going to get the Stalingrad on the 2 line. Look at him.
Yep, and Jamie's going to go down too.
Is he?
Well, he's at 5K right now.
Ooh, he's at 5K and running. There's the kill.
We cannot allow this defeat.
Jamie probably the next ship to go out here. It's going to be close. He's continuing to fire. I think he's just decided it's worth resetting the Montana to keep them from bagging C. Be in now less than 70, only 70 points from victory, but not gaining points any other way right now.
Beautiful
Jamie continuing
dodging.
to dodge shells. Yeah, look at that. 1,200 though. He can't dodge at all. Sneaky Hindenburg crawling up his stern, determined to get him off the board. Oh, he dodges those though. Woo! Here come the torps in on Dastard.
Oh my goodness.
He dodges the first salvo. I think he's going to take one.
Two.
Just one out of the second. 2 out of the second. They
Stalingrad
do
goes
finally
down.
bag Jamie. A lot of focus fire on Dastard here in C. Is he flooding? No, he put it all out, but he's under 12K.
Yep. A hit was put on here for Augustin. We'll see if ZR is able, Rip is able to get the shots in on him.
Well, let's see. 4 minutes to play here on Warriors Path. The game very much still in doubt for both sides, despite BN having a solid lead. This can still come apart on them if they're not careful.
Absolutely. Oggs is in a really, really perilous position right now.
He is. He's pinned between a Hindenburg and a Montana. 2 Hindenburgs and a Montana.
Pyrrha just got discovered. Guessing by planes? Yes.
They're trying to get Dastard. Kaiser Kraken's Wooster just lobbing shells, trying to get him off the board. August looks like he's going to go. No, the fighters go down. It's up to one of these Hindenburgs to land the shells on August if they want this kill.
907.
900 HP. Burb and A now getting tag teamed by Wooster and Hindenburg.
Dastard's going down.
Burb finally does August, but you say Dastard's going down. We don't have eyes on him right now. Is he burning?
No, he's at 744. I thought I've...
Oh my... No,
One
we have
more
no
shot.
eyes on him. They can't see him.
Wow.
Burb is going to go down here, though. They're definitely going to get him.
What a fight.
Goodness gracious. Gearing duel now taking place in B. Pyrrha trying to rotate back to A. Spotted. SAT score drawing fire. What is Dastard's health? Is he still on 700?
No, he got a heal off. He's back at 16,000.
Pyrrha's gonna... Oh, he's not dead yet. Here come the bombers, though. I think he's decided he's just gonna go out with a bomb and get SAT score as low as he can. There he goes. Holy cow. BN went from a huge lead to basically owning no caps, but it being tied on ships.
And now, yep, and Rip is about to take the lead point-wise with only 2 minutes to go. Less than 2 minutes to go.
Tots Wooster will be on A as Kaiser Kraken's Wooster is going to charge SAT score in the cap, I assume. I don't think he's got any other plays here. The game will be tied momentarily with 90 seconds to play.
It's gonna be
Dastard takes a solid hit, but that's just the forward guns. Here's the stern guns.
Nope,
Not
AVI.
enough. Rip with a 10-point lead and growing on the strength of their cap control here. 90 seconds to play on Warriors Path. They're using the Wooster in A to shell SAT score in B and kill him.
Wow.
Right over the island. Right over the
Wow.
island. Kaiser must have him on Hydro.
There goes Dastard.
There goes Dastard. Taxuary's going to drive right into C. Sneaky's probably going to try for a torpedo charge. It's about the only play I think he's got right now.
Yes. Meanwhile...
Kaiser Kraken.
Yes, exactly.
Guys are going for SAT score here. Rip clinging to a game here. They're not out yet, but man, is it going to be close.
Yeah, that's all she
There
wrote.
goes SAT score. Sneaky coming in for the torpedo charge. Here comes the AP through the bow. Decent hit, but it's not going to be enough. Hindenburg's armor shrugs off enough of it. He's going to get close.
What is this turn?
What an amazing game, Zap. Both teams just throwing everything they have at each other here.
Yeah. Sneaky showing a bitter side there, but he got it back.
I think Sneaky's going to get this kill. He is going to get this kill. Here come the Torps. But oh man, he's going to get robbed to do it though. Here come the Woosters just going to try and burn him out now.
Yes.
There he goes. And there's the GG. Right as the timer ends.
Wow.
What a game. Holy cow.
I'm like shaking. This is crazy.
What an adrenaline rush. All right, well, let me go do a raffle draw before I forget again. Holy cow. What have I witnessed?
You have witnessed BN saying we're not ready to go home yet. That's what you witnessed.
Clearly, good for them. And I got to get this song off my playlist. Holy cow, this song makes me angry. Go away. I had to rebuild my playlist after I screwed it all up yesterday, so there's some stuff on it I haven't filtered out yet. All right, let's draw this raffle. Oh, let me get back on. Let's get back off the screen. There we go. Okay. And draw. Predator again? Make sure he's in here.
Congratulations, Static the
Must be President
Warmonger.
win. There he is. All right.
Static Warmonger has won on this side, and he got a clip earlier. Thank you, sir.
We'll open a new raffle here.
Same here. Raptor, I'm getting reports that my voice is clipping on your stream. Are you hearing that on
It's
your end?
possible, Zath. I'm not, but I mean, if you're using push to talk, then it might be possible. It's very possible because that's what was happening to me on your stream yesterday.
All right, I'm gonna go to open mic then, because I don't want to be clipping.
That's what I had. That's what I had to do because you kept bugging me yesterday. You're like, you keep cutting out, and I'm like, fine, we'll just go open mic. It's done.
All right, can you hear me now?
I can.
Yay, open mic time.
Whew. I need a break after that. Holy cow.
I know, seriously. Like, those of you that have been watching, this is what we've been looking for. Like, seriously, this is competitive warships, and you guys are seeing it right here. As Toro the Toxic is asking, can we get 10 minutes?
I mean, you've got 10 minutes between games. Use it. Like, no one's going to tell you you have to start if you're not ready.
My goodness.
I mean, oh.
I don't blame them.
Zaf.
I don't blame them for wanting to stand up and walk around a little bit. You know?
That might be the single most hectic and exciting and pressured game of warships I've ever casted. That was insane.
Yeah, I hear you. I mean, it was I was getting to the point where I almost wanted to be like, all right, Raptor, you take the west half, I'll take the east half. You know what I mean? Like,
seriously, right?
That way at least we cover something. And hell, maybe we need to do that for this third game if it turns out like this, because I keep feeling like I'm missing something on your side, and then I have a feeling like you're missing something on my side as we're calling these plays, you know? Like, we're all over the place.
Just trying to keep tabs on it. I mean, what a back and forth, right? Like, Rip was down like 400 points, and they finally just said, screw it. Everybody drove at a cap circle. They got even on kills. They caught up and took a lead, and then it only fell apart on them in literally the last 90 seconds of the game.
Yeah, it was just one or two key plays that was going on, and that was it.
Just crazy. Just crazy. And you know, if you're BN, right? Like, if I'm the BN guys, I have to be feeling really, really good right now. I mean, you have to consider these are the guys that are essentially the defending champions, and you're going to take them to 3 games in the quarterfinals. You may lose. You may yet lose this game, but you have shown up and proven to everybody that you belong here.
Yes, absolutely. And I love it. They didn't.
I love it.
It's so easy for a team to just say, well, this is it, and just, you know, we're going to lose now, and start grumbling and start, you know, that sort of thing. But they didn't do that. They said, here, we got this. Let's find a way to make it happen. And boy, did they punish the Rip people for trying to make a play happen. They said, you can have the map back, but we are going to win the day. Wow.
That's right. They kind of borrowed a bit of a playbook there from Rip in terms of, you know, just trading health for time, biding until they could get that shot. And you go back and you look at it, what did the entire game hinged on? And we called it at the time, Zombrie's position at B, right?
Yes.
Him in that position allows them to take B and hold B. I won't say indefinitely, but as long as he's alive, they can hold B. But you take him out of that position, you lose that A bubble in the middle of the map, you lose the ability to contest B, and with Buenos Noches already holding C, now they're able to take B. Now they own 2 caps. You got nothing. You're in a problem. Like, that is huge. You have a problem you have to solve very quickly once you're in that position.
Absolutely. And let's take a look at the tournament standings so far. Cuter won the first game. We know Rip won the first game, and PSV won the first game in their fight against Rush B.
Yes, they have. Okay, I'm looking at that myself here. You're right. I don't see anything on 07 or the I Hate CV team, but everybody else is obviously underway here. Cuter, up a game, and then PSV up a game.
Yeah. It's quite the back and forth we've been seeing here. Loving it. Still no report in. We'll have to check back later and see what's going on.
Yep, no worries. We'll keep tabs on it. That's what we're here for all day. We got a couple of minutes here. Let's talk about what's going to happen. Of course, we're about to go to a game 3 here with Buenos Noches and Rip. But when game 3 is over, no matter who wins, we will eventually know who the top 4 are. At that point, we'll be moving on to the semifinals. Now, the semifinals work a little differently than what you guys have been seeing in the tournament up to this point. Up until this point, the map rotation has been fixed. The teams have known exactly what maps they were going to play in exactly what order before the round started. But the semifinal teams, the semifinal competitors, what will happen is a rep from each team will get together with one of the referees or admins for the event, and they will do map selection. We have 7 maps available. Each team will start off by picking one map and banning it outright. One map they don't want to play will be off the board. And then of the 5 remaining maps, each team, and I forget how they determine the order, it's in the rules, but trust me, there's an order here. Each team will pick the map, and the team, whichever team picks the map, the team that didn't pick that map will pick the spawn they want on that map, either north or south or east or west, depending on which map we're talking about. So every team will have a say, at least partial say, in what happens in the map. One team will pick the map, the other team will pick the spawn they want on that map, and we'll go down the line until we build the map rotation for the semifinals. So that will happen in the background while we're live later after this quarterfinal match is complete.
In other words, guys, it's going to take a little bit to get everything assembled for those matches. So it might be a good opportunity to go have a sandwich or something like that.
Smoke if you got them, right?
That's right. Absolutely. I just want to call out somebody on my stream here. Somebody saying, is this a random battle where we just watched? The level of carnage that went down at the end there, that's definitely not a random battle. That is coordinated, communicated effort on both
Team
teams.
Play at finest.
Absolutely. Another person asking if he needs to change his underpants.
Well, if he doesn't, I certainly need to. Holy cow. That game was insane. A lot of people on my stream said the same thing. Just what a great and amazing game that was, and they are not lying. I was not exaggerating. I've done a full season of Supremacy League, 2 seasons, 2 complete Kings of the Sea tournaments now, plus the War Game. I did War Games 1 and a chunk, part of War Games 2, part of Shipstorm Saturday. That is probably the single most action-packed, back and forth, insane game of warships I have ever casted.
Yeah, you're not kidding, man. That was...
Oh, man.
To be able to capture everything that was going on. Oh, Raptor. I just found my cover picture for today.
Oh, good.
I'll show it on stream as well, so you guys understand why I'm taking these screenshots here. All right? Just take a look at that screen here. Look at that. It just covers the action. And Raptor, I'll let me PM it to you so you can kind of see.
Yeah, PM that to me. I want to see what you're talking about here.
It's uploading. But I mean, being able to capture the moments as they go down, like that's why I'm doing this.
That's beautiful.
And that's the whole point.
Lovely.
Thank you. of the game here. Is the beautiful effects, the torpedoes, the planes, the fire, the smoke, and you kind of can see it here, but I actually caught the little explosion as well, the shockwave that rippled through. If you look at that plane up on the north, just above the ship there, it's all distorted, and it's not distorted because of graphical problems. It's distorted because of that explosion there. Wow. So not only did they give us an epic game, but they gave us an epic screenshot as well.
That screenshot is pretty epic, Zaf. That screenshot is pretty epic. There's a reason that we hired you to do all this work for the wiki, right?
Well, thank you.
There's a reason. All right, well, we're getting close now to the next game. 10 minutes between games is nearly up. Both teams are all back in the room. Just about everybody's readied up. We're going to be going to Shatter shortly for Game 3 of what so far has been an amazing match.
Yep, I'm gonna let them know that we are ready to go.
Yes, please. Yep, don't let them wait on us.
And this is. Who do you think's gonna win this, man?
Zaf, I'm not even gonna call it anymore. I'm done. After that last game, I'm done.
Can we have like a Can we turn this into a best of 5? Like, can we just be like, guys,
Oh, man.
you know what I mean? Like,
I would love to do that, but I think the teams would probably be exhausted at the end of it. Okay, so I'm looking, Zaf, I'm looking at the results. Cute and Cuter are also going to game 3. They are now tied at 1, same as us, and 07 has swept the number 1 seed out of the tournament. I Hate CV goes down 2-0 here in the quarterfinals.
wow. Let me refresh that on my page here. Yes.
Yep. Devastating strike back in the semifinals.
That's amazing. All right, so we're going to be covering 07 Devastating Strike, and whoever wins Cuter versus Cute. That's going to a game 3. Guys, if you're looking for a game, that's another great game to be checking out.
Yep. Weeb Thunderdome going to game 3, as someone would have said yesterday. So somebody called it after. So we did that. We did the game 3 yesterday. I forget who it was. Whatever game 3 we did was one of the Cute teams, and that set up the Cute and Cuter match, and they were like Weeb Thunderdome, and I love that. So there you go, Weeb Thunderdome.
Can you imagine what their Discord's got to be like after game 3? Like it's
the Discord, just the Twitch chat for that would be hilarious,
right?
All right. All right, we had one disconnect. There we go. Kaiser Kraken now back into the room. And we should be on our way very, very shortly here. Everyone's ready. Kaiser's got to queue up as we go to Shatter here for game 3, guys.
Yeah.
I'm excited, Zach. This is going to be awesome.
I almost don't want to cut to your video because of how awesome it is. I don't want to leave the moment. You know what I mean? Like, wow. Unbelievable. All right, well, they're readying up, so we're gonna do the preview video of Shatter.
The picturesque coastlines of the maritime provinces of eastern Canada form the backdrop for a titanic clash of opposing fleets. These steep cliffs and jagged rocks will soon echo the thunder of heavy guns as only one team will emerge supreme. This is Shatter. Shatter is a 48 by 48 kilometer domination style map with 3 cap points running in a line from west to east. The A cap is on the left, B is in the center, and C is on the right. The capture areas are quite close together, and there are a lot of islands and ambush points for destroyers to contend with. Cap A on the left is the safest for Allied destroyers. Though there are plenty of nearby islands within radar range, large portions of the cap perimeter are wide open, providing unfettered access and a multitude of ways in and out. This is in stark contrast to Capture Point B in the center, which is claustrophobic and has extremely limited access. Enemy ships that find themselves spotted within the confines of the B cap are usually the targets of copious quantities of enemy fire, and brawls between larger combatants here are short, vicious, and deadly. On the right, Cap C is frequently the site of a staring contest between enemy ships, as each team will typically park a destroyer in the cap to contest it, then work the 9-10 line with battleships and cruisers to try and force an opening. The success of such efforts usually determines which way this capture area goes. Shatter is not a well-liked map in competitive play due to how static the C cap plays and how difficult it is to even contest B cap and survive. 18 ships, 2 teams, 1 victor. It's time to play Shatter.
Alright, people on my stream, you get to see some of the fun that happens at the start of the game here as we kill each other so that we can cast. Raptor, we are clear.
We are clear. Welcome to Shatter here. Let's have a quick look through the team lineups. It looks as if, it worked for BN last game. They are sticking with it. I do not see any changes.
Yeah.
In fact, now there's some notable changes on the Rip side.
Dastard dropping the Montana, saying I want those all pen guns.
Not only that, but they have completely dropped the destroyer and gone double Stalingrad themselves. No destroyers now for Rip, so they have a small health advantage here. But they're very obviously looking to just win the war of attrition in damage here against Buenos Noches.
Indeed.
Was Pyrrha spotted there by those torpedo bombers?
No. Yes. Yes.
Okay.
So they know he's going to B cap.
He is trying. It looks like he's trying to work the very edge of B cap here right away. That's pretty damn ballsy, but if they can spot him, some of the ships over on the 2-3 line will have shots on him. Let's see how this works out. He's got a Worcester at close range behind him.
Yep.
Kaiser's right there with him.
Yep. So like your video kind of mentioned here, you know, there's a lot of ways in and a few ways out.
The B cap is a very, very ugly place to be early in a game, but getting spotted in there, I should say. If you can cap it, then holding it is not nearly as difficult as you might think, but getting it to begin with is frequently a challenge.
Absolutely. Absolutely. All right, Pyrrha just spotted now, going in B cap. It's a radar from the Worcester Mechanics.
Yep. Pyrrha is in radar range. But he's got lots of backup. Kaiser Kraken's Worcester right there.
Yeah. Beautiful
Stalingrad
positioning.
and Montana shells.
Beautiful positioning, keeping Mechanics basically honest.
Yep.
He
They
wants
shove Zombri's Minotaur into C.
He wants Pyrrha. He wants that gearing, but he's not going to get it.
No, I think Pyrrha's going to just wait out the radar and then reverse back into the cap. He's got great positioning here, right on the edge with solid, hard cover. They cannot hit him in that spot.
And he's gone. Yep, I would expect to see him back in and pop a smoke even, possibly, just to ensure he gets that cap for clean.
He's reversing back into the cap now.
Interesting that we didn't see Zombri go to B. I expected to see him go E6.
No, we've seen these guys before. They like to send that. Oh wow, Burb just takes a big hit there in his Stalingrad.
Whoa, yeah, he did.
Yeah, they like putting Zombri into C because he's hard to dislodge, and we can see again the Buenos Noches midway searching for him with these AP bombs and a fighter over there keeping him company.
Yep.
They know that Zombri is vulnerable there to AP bombs if he doesn't have fighter cover.
Yeah, that initial whack though on the Burb, man, that hurts.
That's pretty tough. It's almost exactly what they did to Ishtar last game in reverse.
Kaiser Kraken coming under some fire now, taking some chunks.
Yeah, Yep, I see it now.
I'm just following shots all over the place. This is beautiful.
Is Pyrrha spotted, or are they just fishing for him because they know approximately where he is?
They are fishing for him, and I'll tell you what, it seemed to have worked because he pulled off of B cap.
Yes, he took some damage and he backed off the cap. They're continuing to fish. They ding him a little bit. He's reversing back into the cap now.
And that's why I was expecting him to smoke there, because then he's got a little more room to maneuver.
Here come the AP bombers for Zombri. The fighter's out of position, not covering him right now. Zombri totally relying on his own AA here.
But he's dropping a bunch of those planes. Not much damage at all.
Yeah, he got nothing out of those bombs.
You get
Didn't
nothing.
Even need the help.
Good day, sir.
All right, good day, sir. You stole fizzy lifting drinks. BN's teamwork here, determined to bag B. They're going to get there eventually. I just don't see how they can keep Pyrrha off this cap forever.
Well, Mechanics is trading an awful lot of health to be able to put pressure on.
Yeah, I noticed. He was getting kind of low there as well.
I thought he was going to back out and try to radar and stuff, but he's not. It looks like he's going to pull back in. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Your Montana just got whacked hard. Dastard.
So he did. I see it now. Well,
there's
5 minutes gone. 5 minutes gone as Rip has moved out to about a 60-point lead here on Shatter on the strength of Zombri's early cap of C. But Jamie Mendoza now into C to hold those points back as Pyrrha, the gearing here does finally bag B, backed up at close range by Kaiser Kraken's Worcester.
Yeah, Mechanics realizing he's not in a place that he wants to be, so he's getting out of there.
I don't blame him.
Now Zombri coming in with another anti-air. Wow.
Jaime Mendoza, yep, he's going to take some torps there. Looks like 2, just
nope.
1. No! Oh,
nope.
Wow.
Too soon.
You know, I gotta give Buenos Noches a lot of credit. They realize what a pain in the ass Zombri's Minotaur is in these positions that Rip keeps putting him in.
But I'd almost expect to see them rotate the bombers over to the A side then. Try to make something happen there as Mendoza is taking more sustained fire.
Yep. Hindenburg shells just continuing to fall on his deck and light him on fire and pin him. He's trying to find hardcover. I'm not even sure. He must be on Hydro. That must be how they have him spotted.
Mendoza? Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised.
He's trying to get up close enough to the island to where the cover he'll have cover, but he's not there yet.
Mm-hmm.
Now Pyrrha did something I just noticed. He cut across B and he's headed to A.
Why not?
Well, it's pretty ballsy to move through B ever, but damned if he hasn't done it here. Buenos Noches now ties the game and is moving out to a small lead. They'll continue to grow here. 13 minutes to play on Warriors Path.
Meanwhile, I'm seeing Kaiser Kraken backing into that smoke that was left behind, and he's getting some shots off on Mechanics for free there. Beautiful.
I tell you, again, Buenos Noches we're seeing kind of something we saw in Game 1. They've given up a ton of health. They're over almost 100,000 HP down here to get their one cap.
Yep. But it's working.
I mean, both of their battleships are under half health. Is it working? I don't know. I think they've given up too much to achieve this board position, just like they did in Game 1. I mean, they have 3 ships that at any time could literally be off the board from a bad turn or getting caught out, or a carrier strike that's not well defended.
That's very true. I think it's going to come down to what happens over at A-Cap. We're seeing a whole lot of stalemate back and forth here. Yes, BN is losing hit points, but more importantly, they're preventing the point gain by RIP. Meanwhile,
they are.
You know, they've got that cap in B.
Pyrrha now into the bottom end of A. I'm expecting a radar from the booster very shortly.
There it is. It was pinged, and the radar has begun.
Yep. So he'll be out of there momentarily, and then once the radar expires, they'll probably try and rotate him back in, depending on what the Stalingrad radar cooldown is looking like.
Yep, although I'm pretty sure that's Mechanics in the Wooster actually that's radaring right now.
Ooh. Jamie's abandoning C completely. Allowing those points to tick up. They're going to rotate Kaiser Kraken's Wooster in there. He will now take over, holding the points down at C.
That's not a bad idea. That frees up Jamie to get in better positioning.
It's actually a really good idea. Buenos Noches working about an 80-point lead here. 11 minutes to play. Radar at A must have expired. Pyrrha is headed back to the cap.
Oh, it expired a while ago. Interestingly enough, Burb is not pushing in with the Stalingrad. I thought he would have pushed in to try to get that second radar off, but no dice. Toxic Storo is gonna dodge some torpedoes, looks like. So, yay. Yeah.
Trying to keep my energy up, Zap. After Game 2, I'm kind of exhausted.
I was gonna say, you okay over there?
Man, Jamie continues to come under fire, down under 12K now. I'm not sure who's shooting at him, but the Yamato and the Hindenburg continue to gun for him here as he runs south along the 7 line.
Yep, Kaiser Kraken now detected. I'm guessing by Minotaur Hydro again.
Oh, the Wooster south of A just got rocked.
Yep,
he's looking pretty rough. They're trying to bring him some smoke, but I don't know that he's going to survive long enough for it to matter.
That's Todd there.
Pyrrha has to leave the cap to try and save his teammate. I don't know that he's going to be successful. Here come more Yamato shells. They don't miss, and they don't hit.
Mechanics getting some shots in.
Kissing the hull of this Wooster. Oh, and he's on 6.
There it is.
Oh, man,
there it
that
is.
was close. So double whammy there for Buenos Noches. They lose the Wooster. That closes the gap. And Pyrrha had almost capped A. In his efforts to pull off, he had to get out of the cap to try and save his teammate. He gave up those cap points.
Yep, and he's being radared right now by Island Sheep and the Stalingrad. This is not good for Pyrrha.
No, this is bad. This is very bad. He's decently close to this Yamato. More Yamato shells coming in as he tries to angle 4K HP on Pyrrha. There he goes. Stalingrad balances him right out of the game. Caps are even. It's a 2-ship lead for RIP, as I think the game has just turned on the event south of A-Cap.
Yes. Mechanics is going into A-Cap now. There's really nothing to prevent him from going in. As a matter of fact, he's kind of gotten a free smoke out of the deal if he can get in there.
RIP falling back on... I'm sorry. Buenos Noches falling back on almost all fronts here, trying to reposition, seeing if they have a way to victory here. It's going to be tough. I don't even see a convenient target for them, Zaf. Like, I look at the health pools. Who do they even shoot at?
Well, right now, the Montana is shooting at Sneaky Snake. So, I mean, super long-range hit, that's going to do, okay, a couple overpens and mostly bounces.
It's a decent hit. Looks like Jamie's going to take some torpedoes, and he'll be out of the game. No, he survives on 660 HP.
Wow.
Still alive. Do you guys have eyes on Jamie?
No. All I see is that one lone torpedo. There he is. Okay, well, he's gone. Like, that one
They
shot
can get
was...
shells on him.
Yep.
They got to get shells on him.
Oh, Sneaky was ready to go.
Here they come. Did he aim them right?
From downtown!
Indeed, from downtown. These look like they're going to miss. They do miss. They're
Oh.
long and off his port side. I think Rip smells blood now, though they realize the board position they have is far superior to that of the other team. They're trying to push the advantage for all they're worth.
Oh, absolutely. They are collapsing on both sides there, pushing BN back into the HIJ line, which is not where they want to be.
No, BN's tactics have kind of moved to more reactive at this stage. The Storo takes another torp on the broadside.
Here comes
Don't know.
possibly the kill shot.
Could
Nope.
be.
Falls short.
Oof. Falls short on both sides there. Both ships cling to life on about 4,000 or 5,000 HP. Storo's healing now, though. More shells coming in for Ishtar. This will probably be it. No, they fall short. Weren't aimed well. They finally bagged Jamie.
Yep, Dastard with that little shot there. That Yamato sniper rifle coming in very handy.
Buenos Noches down 3 ships as Rip started really flexing their health and damage output advantage right here.
Kaiser
Up 3 ships
Kraken.
and a cap. Go ahead.
Kaiser Kraken is going to be the next target for Dastard and Sneaky Snake, and also Zombie's getting in on this too, saying, "Hey, remember me?"
Yeah, indeed. But Zombie performed his job well, just holding the C cap and getting those points when they could.
Whoa, there goes Ishtar.
Ishtar finally drops on the 1 line. Yeah, I think Buenos Noches knows this is over. But holy
Absolutely.
crap, what a series, Zach. Kaiser
Yes.
Kraken down now. I just don't see a way back for Buenos Noches.
No.
What a showing they had in this event, though. I mean, I'm talking like I assume they're going to lose because it's very difficult to see a way for them to get back with this many ships down. But
Yeah?
if they could, it would be legendary. Let's just put it that way.
Well, I mean, you kind of said the same thing with Game 2, although Game 2 I think was a little bit of a different disparity here. Not as
Game 2 was
not
a
as
very
much.
different disparity.
Yeah.
They were down health, but way up on points, and that's a different position because now the other team
Yep.
has to trade their health back to you to keep the points from getting out of hand.
Now
That's exactly what Rip had to do.
We're gonna see August trying to get in here, possibly torpedo one, or if not both of the ships. They are guns blazing. As SAT score comes in with a little bit of a whack on the side. Nope, nothing.
60 seconds on the timer now. Buenos Noches trying to find a play to stay in the tournament.
Shots in on SAT score. Doesn't do
Nope.
enough.
Hindenburg armor laughs it off. August looks like he's going to try and get his starboard torpedoes off on the Stalingrad, taking some big hits here on his starboard side.
Yep. Talk ray going down. Here come the GGs. They know it's all over.
Yep, Jamie knows it's over as August is going to go down and be 6 ships down. There's the game. Holy cow.
What a series.
The points in that last game makes it look like a steamroll, but it absolutely was not. What a hard-fought series.
Yeah.
But it means the defending champions are moving on, Zaf.
Yes, it does. Now, we're not going to cast their game. That's going to be handed off to Quad. And Furry Atomic, sorry. I have to keep going back to my screen there. But, you know, we're going to move on to cast 07 versus somebody, so we're going to see a great game as well. BN, I gotta say, man, you guys did a wonderful job. Thanks for just sticking to it, man, and that game too.
You ain't kidding, man. What a
Wow.
great tournament those guys have had.
Even this last game, you know, it didn't come easy.
What a great tournament those guys have had. All right, I'm going to do a drawing here.
And we're gonna announce Rip as the winner of this round. Congratulations. Bask in the music, fellas. You earned it.
Oh, gotta get my code. Come here, code.
Congratulations, Alzu. One of the people I love featuring on my replay theater. He does a lot of Battleship stuff, and we've gotten to watch him grow as a player from the start to where he is now. It's just wonderful to see.
Whoo-wee. Okay, so here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna put up the bracket for a minute. I gotta pull this up. I gotta get the screen set correctly.
All right, well, I guess I'll do the same on my end.
Zath, look at this. This is awesome. Every single quarterfinal game, with the exception of 07, went all 3 games in the series.
And this is what we want, right?
Exactly what we want. We want good competitive play. We want maximum games. That's what we really want, right? We're casters.
That's right.
All right.
That's right. And that's hopefully what you, the audience, wants to see too, right?
Absolutely. Absolutely. So what we do know, we know that RIP is moving on in the bottom half of the bracket. We know that 07 has already moved on in the top half of the bracket. We are waiting for results from Cuter and Cute, and then Rush B and PSV. Let me pop over to Discord and see if I see any scores being reported. Let's see. Looking. Not seeing anything. So you guys, if you want, I'll put up, here's what I'll do. I'll put up the graphic real briefly. Those are the other channels that are showing live action right now. We still are waiting to find out the results of at least 2 more matches before we determine what the semifinals matches will look like. And then at that point, we'll still have to wait for those teams to go through their map selection process. So if you need a break, now's a decent time. You've probably got at least 15, if not 20 minutes until we get the next game off. I myself am going to step away for about 5 minutes here and grab a quick snack and take a bathroom break. So Zath, I will be right back. You can entertain the audience if you want, or you can do what I'm doing. But anyways, guys, I will be right back on my stream. I've got a raffle open right now. When I sit back down, I'll do a quick raffle closing and we'll draw that raffle. But for the moment, I am going to step away. I will be right back.
I'm going to do the same thing with the raffle here, and I'll hang out for a little bit. Why not? So I hope you guys have been enjoying the stream so far, and I'll tell you what, it's been a true honor, but also very crazy trying to cast all this. There's a lot that goes on in the background. You guys don't really see it, but we had to put together an awful lot of slides, basically. So every time we go to something here, like if I'm gonna switch to the best of 3 map or something like that, we have these things set up in our transition here, so we're able to do that. And it takes a bit to put together. So a big thanks to Wargaming EU for putting this together for us. We've got a program that makes it easy to set winners, to set the maps, all that good stuff. And we have the ability to really switch stuff on the fly. As Raptor and I were talking about earlier, what you guys are watching, we're casting, but we're also producing at the same time. So it's quite a lot to put on as one person. I've got one monitor here, a widescreen monitor that I'm using, and I've got a laptop off to the side that I can use to monitor the chat and stuff. So I mean, there's just an awful lot going on here in order to make this work out for you. But we definitely appreciate you hanging out with us. Mr. One Shot, really do appreciate your comments, man, and everybody else too. It's been a true honor to be able to do this for you guys, and I just can't wait, right, for the next weekend to see what's going to happen at the end. Obviously, we're covering 07 today versus Cute. Okay, so Cute has defeated Cuter to move on to their last round. So we're going to cover 07 versus Cute. That's pretty awesome. Both are great teams. Very interesting to see that Cuter has been defeated by Cute because, if I recall correctly, Cuter is their more competitive team. So that's pretty cool. Although I know there's a bunch of Cuter members that are on that in that group with Cute. So regardless, that's awesome. I would have loved to have seen what happened in there. We've seen it's 1v1 for Rush B here, so we still haven't seen the result of that tournament just yet, or that series. And we're gonna go from there. So yes, my raffle is up, of course, and we'll do a drawing just before we get to the next setup here. And I'm just curious, guys, on both channels, what for you has been your play so far? It could be this game, this series, it could be another, casters, but what have you guys been so shocked with? And I'll tell you what, for me, it's gonna have to be that Wooster sneak, going from C to B on Warrior's Path that first game. It didn't quite work out for BN, but I don't care. I love the fact that BN was able to do that. Phenomenal. Just phenomenal. Now, for those of you guys trying to figure out timing and stuff, we're probably talking about, I don't know, maybe 20, well, more like half an hour, maybe even an hour between now and the next battle. It's set to go off at 6:30 p.m. No, sorry, I'm not looking at the right thing. At 3:30 p.m. I'm not quite sure if that's Eastern time. I'm pretty sure that's Central time, if not Pacific, but it's probably Central time. So we'll see what happens for timing. Stick with us, and go play some games or something. Just have some fun. As a matter of fact, to be honest, that's what I might end up doing here myself. One other thing I want to mention too, as we get down to the end of the wire here, big hats off to the admin team from King of the Sea tournament. The organizers have done a phenomenal job putting things together here. I'm talking about Sneaky Snake, I'm talking about obviously Sea Raptor, Quadralus, Voss 79, the Big M, and everybody else too, man. It takes a lot of people to put this together, and it's been, I mean, everything just looks so easy because of the work that they have done behind the scenes, putting everything together. So can't do it without them. Also, a big thanks to Wargaming. I thanked them already, but a thanks to Wargaming North America for supporting us, giving us these codes that we were able to give away to you guys for watching and just for having fun. You couldn't ask for better support. Welcome back, Raptor. We hear you.
Almost there. Do you really?
Well, we can kind of hear a little. I can hear. I've got these, I'm blind as a bat, right? So I've got superhuman hearing, and that kind of helps.
You shouldn't be able to hear me at all.
Open mic, sir.
Yeah, but the bloody mic is turned off.
Ah, okay. I hear you, but the others can't. I'll bet you that's what it is.
Maybe that's what it is, because I have everything. You shouldn't even hear me. My damn mic is muted.
No, well, I can hear you just fine. I can hear.
Bizarro world.
No worries. It doesn't matter. Okay, we didn't hear anything crazy going on. It's all good. You're safe.
Fair enough.
Now check it out, man. Cute defeated Cuter. 2-1.
Hold on a moment. Hang on. Let me get back on the camera here.
Still waiting for Rush B versus PSV to report in.
All right. I'm just trying to get back settled in here because, oh, what a match. Okay. Get out of the training room. Get this song off my playlist because I hate this song. There we go. That's fixed. Now, I'm going to draw my raffle. This is how I was going to draw my raffle when I got back.
Raptor, I was talking to them about their favorite moments. What was your favorite moment in this last set?
Gosh, I don't even know where to start. I'm just gonna say all of game 2. Like game 2 was just mind blowing. It was crazy. I loved that game 2. It was just insanity.
Yeah. I said for me it was sneaking that Worcester just because that's something we've never really seen happen before. So
That actually was really cool.
Yeah.
I think to me also, you know, just seeing what I think probably one of the most impressive things to me. We typically don't see a lot of Minotaur in competitive play. For whatever
Yeah.
reason, we just don't. It's not common. It's not popular for whatever reason. But we've seen Zombie bring his Minotaur now for at least 2 different King of the Seas events and do really, really good work with it. Okay.
Yep.
Buenos Noches had obviously, clearly done their homework on their opponent and realized that not only was how their opponent utilized that ship and that player critical to their strategy, but we saw them continually trying to put pressure on him, drive him out of cover, bomb him, torpedo him, kill him any way we can, because they understood the criticality of that ship to their opponent's plans and their positioning.
Yep.
And the one game that they succeeded in blowing him off the board relatively early, I think it was probably 5 or 6 minutes in, they won that game. Now, again, that game was still close, but they won that game. In the games where they were unable to successfully kill Zombie in a timely fashion, it didn't work out so well for them. So I think, we can sit here and debate whether or not that Minotaur is 100% critical to their particular strategies on those maps, but it was very clear that Buenos Noches felt that it was, and they responded and drove their target priority accordingly.
Yes. I also liked seeing ZR having to really think about what BN was bringing to the table and how do we counter that. That was some really cool behind the scenes stuff. Obviously, we weren't privy to the locker room discussion, so to speak, but to watch them come out of this and say, okay, we need to get back in the swing of things here. We didn't win game 2. We now need to analyze what happened, what we did wrong, what they brought to the table, and how can we beat them. And that's what happens when you have these top tier competitive teams on both sides. And I know BN was also doing similar stuff as well, trying to figure out what was going on. Okay, what are we looking at here in the streamer channel? Okay, this is the map lineup?
Let's see, where are you at?
Okay.
It does appear, hang on, I'm looking to see, I see team 1, why don't I see team 2?
Team 2 is 07. I see it right there at the top.
I apologize.
Yeah,
Yes,
you have to
Cute
look
and
down.
07 have done theirs. I see what they've done.
Okay. So
Okay.
Cute banned Islands of Ice and 07 banned Trap.
Trap, right. So our map rotation, and let's not announce it, let's just get it set up correctly. Oh crap, Zath, I don't think I ever set up some of my best of 5 overlays correctly.
No.
Because I gotta look at this, hold on. Did I do this right? They're not showing up. Oh, I was supposed to do this before I went on the air today and I didn't.
It's all good.
Well,
By
we'll
the
see
way,
what
if you don't
happens.
mind,
We'll see what happens. No,
I'd-
I didn't. Go ahead.
if you don't mind, I'd like to take 07. Is that all right with you, sir?
That's fine. That's totally fine. Totally fine. Alright, let me get something. Okay. Guys on my stream, I'm gonna be a couple of minutes. I'm trying to get my overlays set up just so you're gonna have to give me a couple of minutes while I just look intent here.
Hey man, it's all good. Meanwhile, on my stream here, I'm going to. Whoops. I'm gonna try. I just realized as well I need to do something real quick. So here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna go back to the tournament setup. Just need to get a little bit of music going for peoples.
There it is. Yeah. There we go. Okay. There we go. Okay, it's gonna take me a couple minutes to get this all set up. So I should have done this. I kept telling myself that, oh yeah, we don't have to worry about best of 5 till the semifinals. I'll do it. And then I got so tied up making the bloody video this morning. I got up and spent like 3 hours on it this morning that I just did not. I didn't make the time to do this, and that is caster fail on my part.
I
Good
don't.
news is that I know how to do it because I've already done it once. Best of 3 series stuff. stuff. I just got to get it done here.
Right. Don't beat yourself up over it, man. It's all good.
It just torques me off. I know better. I like to get my prep work done before I'm on the air, as opposed to trying to do it live. Because it's just
We all do. Don't worry.
All right, I'll get there. I'll get there.
Those of you on my stream, I hope you're enjoying the best wargaming track that was ever played or put out, which is Let's Horn. I mean,
oh, that's so funny.
Talk about a great tune, great video. I love that whole, bad advice videos. I hope that they continue them.
Wow, this is messed up.
As my cat wants more of my attention.
Well, it is your cat. He must like you, I'm sure, right? I mean,
I hope so.
Keep him around for a reason. Yeah, that's also part of the problem, is that I hadn't spent the time to realize that several of these images are directed to the wrong files.
Oh.
So what we got from Wargaming was had some errors in it here. I'm trying to fix them up here. It won't take me that long, but I've got to make a couple of adjustments because I don't broadcast. My main monitor is not full HD, so therefore I have to make some adjustments here when compressing things on OBS.
Hey, no worries, man. It happens. If you don't mind, while you do that, I'm going to take this opportunity to get up and stretch my legs for a sec, grab a quick snack.
Go do your thing, man. I'll wish I could keep talking, but I kind of want to get this done.
Well, I'll wait for you if you want. I don't care.
Yeah, give me like 5 minutes and I'll have this ready, I think. I just got to get these transforms copied over.
Sounds good. By the way, I'm hearing a couple of people saying that you are muted in your stream right now, sir.
How is that? Oh. Because I have to turn my microphone back on. Luckily, we haven't been talking about anything useful, so who gives a crap, I suppose, right?
Sure. Big thanks to Vulgar the Viking and 3FM for pointing that out to us.
Yes.
We can't do this without all of you guys helping us and supporting us, so as always, a pleasure.
Do we know who won the Rush B PSV game yet?
I'm taking a look right now. Yes, PSV is moving on. So PSV will play RIP. That'll be a great game.
That will be a good series, guys.
And 07, of course, facing Cute. Lost saying, "High winds where he's at. Well, I hope you're okay. At least 60,000 people lost power, including him. Ouch.
That
Be
sucks.
safe, man. Be safe. That's important."
Wonder where that is.
Don't know yet. We'll find out, I'm sure. In 5 minutes.
Okay, yeah, I know, right? Okay, so I'm almost done. Almost done.
You're crossing the wires, plugging them in.
Working up to it. Okay,
There you go.
All right, so we're going 07 and cuter.
Yes.
Cute.
Cute.
Cuter or cute?
Cute. Just cute.
Okay.
Although
You're
you will
taking
see
07.
yes, and you will see members from Cuter in the game. So it's going to be like last time with ZR and all that, whatever.
It'll confuse the hell out of me. Okay, so here's our map rotation. Let me open this up. Sorry, I'm getting spammed in like 7 places going, "You're muted, you're muted." It's like, guys, I'm 5 minutes in the future. It's too late.
Yeah.
I can't fix it.
Yep. It's all good, though.
Yep, again, you're not missing anything. There's nothing important going on.
Nope. I can read you off the map rotation if you want, if that makes it easier for you.
Actually, it would.
All right.
Greatly. Go right ahead. Let's have it.
All right, so map 1 is Sea of Fortune.
Okay.
Map 2 is Warrior's Path.
Okay.
Map 3 is Shatter.
Got it.
Map 4, Tears of the Desert.
Got it.
Map 5 is Polar.
No, it's not.
That's north.
It has to be north. It has to be north, you loser. You're trying to troll me on my own cast. You're terrible. You're terrible. Just terrible. There we go.
Oh.
Okay, I've almost got this fixed. I kind of messed it up in my stream here for the moment, but oh well. Almost got this fixed. Let's see. I've got to figure out why are you showing up? You shouldn't be showing up yet.
V12 just mentioned an interesting thing on my stream here. He's asking about intro videos for the teams. Like, that might be kind of fun to put as an optional for the teams if they want to record their own, like, video, who we are, you know, what we're all about and stuff like that. That'd be kind of fun to be able to play at the beginning, too.
Yeah.
Oh, V12 saying that they submitted them, so maybe it's for the finals? Maybe I'm mistaken.
What is happening here?
Tedster, the Iwaki dubstep. You know what though? That Iwaki dubstep horn is no longer in the game, unfortunately. So.
All right, so we're gonna have to work on this with Wargaming. The best of 5 stuff does not work correctly. I can get it to set it up so that the match winners for the first 3 games work, but then like the overlays do not line up or do not work correctly for the round 4, round 5 games. For like, so if we go that far, and you do our little thing, we select the winner and you tell it, it's supposed to gray out the map and put the logo over it. That doesn't work for the last 2 maps. I can't make it work right now. I'll figure it out later.
I haven't even been doing that. I didn't know you could do that.
Yeah. So technical overlay quirk, guys, but it's no big deal. We'll work with it.
Oh, I see. Okay, cool. That's something else
right,
that
I'll entertain the crowd. Go take your break.
All right, thanks, sir.
All right. So here we are. Flopped in the series we just watched, and then if we go to round 4 and round 5, we're looking at Tears of the Desert and North. Okay, all right. Let's see now what's been happening with the rest of the bracket. So PSV went 2-1. They won. Now I want to check something here because I think I want to see from the last King of the Sea, who carried over this time in terms of the semifinals. All right, so last time our semifinal teams were 07 Devastating Strike. Sorry, last time they were 07 Devastating Strike, OPG, PSV, and ZR. And this time it's PSV, Devastating Strike. Those are repeats. Rip, who is kind of ZR reborn, I suppose, or at least for the purpose of this event, that's ZR. And then Cute. So OPG did not enter this event, so obviously they were not going to repeat. But essentially, 3 of the 4 teams in last tournament semifinals are in the semifinals once again. So now, something else we want to talk about real here, while we've kind of got everybody's attention here, there's not much going on, is that what's going to happen, we're going to play these semifinal games, and that's going to determine, but all 4 of these teams now have to play this match and 1 more match. Okay, regardless. At this point, they have 2 more matches. At this point, they're no longer eliminated if they lose a match. It just dictates where they fall in the bracket. I'll put the bracket up, and we'll show it to you guys so you can see what I'm talking about. Make sure I get the right thing up here. Do a quick refresh. Come on, do your thing. There we go. There's that. Close you, and do that. Bam. So what we have here is the remaining bracket. Okay, we're going to be bringing you 07 and Cuter here. I'm going to screw it up. It's Cute. 07 and Cute here in a minute. And So what's going to happen is the winner of that match will move to the finals match next Saturday. The loser of that match is going to go down and drop down and play the third place match. Now, this is important for a couple of reasons. One, the third place match determines what their prizes look like. The prizes for third place are better than the prizes for fourth place. But also, the winner of the third place match is going to go on and play in the International Cross-Server Tournament next Sunday, 1 week from today. The loser of the third place match will take their prizes and be done for the tournament. Be done, right? So, of the 4 teams remaining, one of them is not going to be playing an international match, and the other 3 are going to be playing this match, another match on Saturday, and at least one match next Sunday. So that's just how that all kind of works together there, just to keep you guys in the loop. So these 4 teams have got a lot of play left ahead of them, and of course the prizes up here are pretty huge. Put that up here and show you guys the prizes. Hearing little bits of Zath in the background. Actually, how do I do this? I have to do this. Yeah, it's no big deal. You're not missing anything. What I should have done is I should have made next tournament we'll get somebody to make an information graphic that has the prizing info on it, just so folks can see it, because it's a question we keep getting asked. Let me do this. Let me duplicate. I don't know. That's not what I wanted. Let me just make a brand new one. There we go. Here we go. All right, so there on the right in the big box marked prize, you can see the prizing. And what happens is each of these teams is going to get a big fat pile of the balloons and coal that they're going to get to split up amongst their members however they decide. Like, they're going to send us a list and say, this player is going to get this much. How they do that internally is up to them. But you can see that the pools are quite large. Now, once upon a time, King of the Sea rosters were limited to 14 players. That has not the case this tournament. We essentially have unlimited roster sizes. So this is going to get split up in all kinds of bizarre ways that I probably can't even predict yet.
Yeah, absolutely. And
All right.
I'm back, by the way, so you guys are watching the prize pool as well. And I'll tell you what, there's also the rule set here. And I found this out yesterday, didn't realize, but if we scroll down all the way here, we get to see the extra prizes that people get to win. Internationally, first place team, each person gets a tier 1 premium, or sorry, tier 8 premium ship. Second place, each player gets a tier 7, and third place, each player gets a tier 6. Now, there's a few outlawed ships like the Graf Zeppelin and the Kaga, and the Alabama Super Test, and the Kutuzov, so, and things like the Flint. But you know what ship I'm not? Oh, well, it's tier 9. Never mind. Okay, makes sense. So, some good extra gifts here. Interesting, the Admiral Makarov is not available for CIS.
A room is available, Zath, if you want to come join us.
I suppose I could.
Yeah, you probably should if we're going to get this game off eventually, right? You're not holding anything up. We're still waiting on a couple of people, and not everybody's ready yet. But at least this way, we're all moving in the right direction, right?
Oh yeah, absolutely. By the way, want to remind people that you have the ability to win community contributor containers on either my stream or Raptor's stream by clipping the most epic moments of the battle. And what we will do is, after the stream is all done, we get a little thing by Twitch telling us what all the different clips were, and we will reward the top 3 clippers with community contributor containers.
Absolutely. So if you guys see a moment that you like on the stream, clip it. And I'm not going to lie, guys, if you want to wait until we're done for the day and you want to go back and do it this evening and rewatch the video on demand, that's fine too. I don't care. But yeah, if you guys want to make some clips, We will absolutely hand out some CC codes to the guys that come up with ones that we like, because I'm gonna have to put together a one last intro video for day 4. So we'll want that stuff. It will not go to waste. Trust me.
Yep. And I'll tell you what, I mean, those community contributor containers, man, you can get coal, you can get camo, you can get flags, you can even get premium ships. And so far, I've given out 2 premium ships. One is the Massachusetts last week, and just last night, Red Sea Bear won a Kutuzov out of the community contributor container that he got for getting the top clip from yesterday's stream. So congratulations, Sea Raptor.
Who what?
Sea Raptor. He won.
I did what?
He won a Kutuzov with by getting the best clip from yesterday's stream.
Not who was this?
Or I'm sorry, Red Sea Bear. Did I say Sea Raptor?
I was gonna keep saying my name. I'm like, how did I win something?
Well. Oh well. Sorry. Never mind. You don't win anything. You get nothing. But
Right, you get
Red
nothing,
Sea
sir.
Bear. Congratulations.
Fizzy lifting drinks and all that. All right.
Yes.
Let's make sure Snicker's in here. Yes, he is. Snicker wins some good stuff.
Oh, I should do my raffle.
Go. This will be the last one until we get some games off here. So, give me a moment. They're not going to run away without us, are they? Okay, they're not ready yet either. Okay, I gotta get this over to Snicker. Bam. Okay. That raffle's closed. Open.
And the winner for mine is Waspleg, which is hilarious because he won a community contributor container yesterday and some other goodies. Congratulations, sir.
Krigor is suggesting that we get Little White Mouse to make the prize graphic that I was talking about.
Hey, why not?
It's not a bad idea, honestly. She does really good graphics work. I'm not gonna lie, guys. I wish like nothing you can imagine that you guys could see behind the curtain and understand the amount of effort and work that she puts in to those the ship reviews. It is unbelievable the amount of detail that she goes into, the testing that she does with these ships in training rooms and with friends who were willing to help her out. It's unbelievable. So you guys, if you have not been over to Little White Mouse's Patreon, you're doing yourself in the community a disservice. She would love your support, and honestly, she deserves it, because she is a treasure to this community for the work that she does. And I will say that to anybody who's willing to listen.
I mean, you guys have seen the graphics, right, of her plotting out all the shell drops and stuff like that, dispersions of different ships. That takes hours just to do the testing, and then now to plot them all out and go through the replays and stuff like that. Remember, you've got a max of 60 minutes, I believe, in the training room you can set. So if it all doesn't get done, you got to do it over again. So
Exactly.
There's a ton of work there. She's actually gone around and twirled ships, put them all in hard over rudder to measure out the rate of turn and their turning radius, and actually discovered that some ships were listed wrong on Wargaming side of things, and has been working to correct that in the game. So,
well, it's one of those things, like when the Russian cruiser line came out, and they told everybody that Moskva's turning radius was like whatever it was, 760 meters. Everybody went, guys, I'm gonna call BS on this one, right? Well, we couldn't prove it, right? Like, you have to take their word for it because we don't have it. Well, Mouse spent the time to go into a training room with the big fat Moskva and drive the thing in circles and back calculate the numbers it would take to basically demonstrate that, yes, her turning radius was well over 1,000 meters, which meant it was grossly wrong in the client, and that they should fix their stuff. And they finally did, but this was like a year and a half after the ship came out. It was a long time. And it's not her fault that it was wrong. It's Wargaming's fault. But kudos to her for going in and basically proving it. Like, she had graphics and everything. She had like a table of data. It was unbelievable. So, anyhow. Just the amount of work she puts in is unbelievable. Just mind-blowing. All right, so we're all here. Still waiting for some folks to ready up. We'll probably be onto this game shortly. Zath, we have not seen... We saw Cute in Game 3 last night.
yes.
They looked really solid. We haven't seen 07 this tournament. We see a lot of familiar names on the roster, though.
Yeah, we haven't seen them, but we know them, right? And that's part of the reason why we didn't choose to cast them yesterday. We wanted to cast some other teams that may not make it this far, and I'm really glad that we did that. We know O7. We know that they have they train all the time. They do a ton of work. I can't wait to see what their lineup is. I have no idea what they're going to bring to the table. I purposely haven't been talking to anybody from the teams that they faced yesterday because I want to be as surprised as you guys are, the viewers.
Yeah, I got nothing. I haven't done any research or talked to these guys in a while. We saw them briefly in King of the Sea and Supremacy. I'm trying to remember where they went. I think they went out. They lost their semifinal game, and then they lost the third place game, if I recall correctly. I had that open a minute ago. Let me go look. I gotta refresh my memory. Yes, they did. So they lost to OPG. That's right. So Zath, we casted that series, the semifinals in the last King of the Sea. They went up 2-0 against OPG. Do you remember? And
Yes.
then they had OPG had that epic comeback on Sleeping Giant, and then got swept out the rest of the way. That pushed 07 into the third place game, and they lost the third place match. So they finished 4th in the last King of the Sea, but they are a former champion.
Correct. And by the way, we have dropped, sir.
Oh, we dropped. Oh, crap. Yeah.
So here we go. Sea of Fortune. Begin.
Somewhere between the shores of France and England, this critical battlefield is the stage for a clash of enemy fleets. This idyllic setting will soon be shattered by the thunder of guns and flash of explosions, as only one fleet can be victorious. This is Sea of Fortune. Sea of Fortune is a 48 by 48 kilometer domination-style map with 3 cap points running in a line from west to east. The A cap is on the extreme left, B is in the center, and C is on the far right. The A cap is surrounded by islands, but offers virtually no cover within the cap itself. The aforementioned islands provide plenty of places for friendly radar cruisers to conceal themselves, making aggressive destroyer plays into the cap early in the game very risky and frequently suicidal. A narrow passage past the picturesque castle links Cap A and Cap B in the center. There are only 4 ways in and out of the B cap, 1 in each cardinal direction, and no cover inside. The islands near the cap are commonly used as shelter by defending cruisers, who find themselves in turn the primary targets of enemy battleships. Cap C is possibly the easiest cap for destroyers to contest, but that doesn't make it any less dangerous. Wide open to the north and south with a connecting passage to Cap B to the west, ships caught on the cap by enemy radar have nowhere to hide and must vacate the cap or be destroyed. Control of Sea of Fortune can swing very quickly because of how close the capture points are to one another, and the narrow gap between A and B makes defending one cap from the other almost trivial. Teams that allow the action to shift from a north-south axis to an east-west one may find they have an uphill battle to climb. 18 ships, 2 teams, 1 victor. It's time to play Sea of Fortune.
Wow, guys.
All right, here we are in Sea of Fortune.
Wow, guys. First, why don't you tell us what your traditional loadout is, and then we'll talk about 07s.
Traditional loadout.
I don't know.
I don't know, but I'm looking at the 07 loadout, and I'm going. You know, we saw a team try to run Wooster spam yesterday, and it didn't work out for them very well. I'm very curious to see what it is 07 is up to with this composition.
Did you guys just see Dragon Killer's Torpedo Squadron got unloaded on by 2 Woosters and I think the Gearing defensive fire? Gone!
Yeah, probably. So it's notable here, a couple of interesting things to point out. Of course, not only is 07 running 4 Woosters, which is alone almost meme-worthy, they're running a Midway.
Yeah.
I don't know that I've ever seen them do that. Am I mistaken?
No, we saw Anumati run the Midway all the time last time.
Did he run it with 07? Yeah,
Yes,
that's
he did.
right. King of the Sea, but that was King of the C5 when they ran Triple Grozovoy.
Yes. So we have seen the Midway be used. I'm interested. I'm surprised to see a Gearing, considering how much they spammed the Grozovoy last time.
Well, and I was expecting to kind of pick up the Grozovoy and run with it this tournament. I'll get it out in a minute. Especially since now they have got the heal button. I just figured they'd be all over that.
Yep. Nice job by Warlord, though. Getting these fighters tied up, and he just forced Dragon to strafe his own planes. Love it.
Mm-hmm.
This
Big
is
fighter
competitive
duel over
play.
C here early. Both teams jockeying for position.
Yep.
Cute's Gearing is spotted briefly. No, he wasn't. Must not have been spotted. They were firing at somebody behind him. There we go.
Potato Quality taking some fire, but he just turns away and says, nah.
A lot of Cute firepower on the 8-9 line now. We
Yeah.
see only a Zhao and a Montana on the other side of the map. Hindenburg, Moscow, Yamato, Hindenburg, Stalingrad, and Gearing all on the eastern half of the map for Cute.
Well, we've got a little bit of a different situation here. So we've got MF Jones just sitting there at that island south of C, basically saying, Well, if you want C, come and get it. I'm gonna lob shells over that island and burn you for days. Meanwhile,
Which island's that? You talking about the one in
G.
G7?
Yes.
Gulf 7?
Yes.
Okay.
Meanwhile, we've got BFK and Zim and William the Dank over on the flank here at A. And as soon as Didi just took some hits. As soon as they realize that it's only 2 ships over there, I imagine to see them just start pushing in.
We'll have to see. We see Gearing Worcester working together on the 8-9 line with some smoke over there. AP bombers coming in now on this Moskva. He doesn't lose that much health.
No.
Fairly well defended there.
Nope. And I gotta say, I love 07. They're all running the American camo.
Are they really? Nice.
I believe so. I'm gonna try checking a couple others while we've got a sec. Oh, nope. McNutted is doing school bus.
Okay. I'm curious to see. Most of the teams we've seen today have all run at least one Stalingrad. We see Cute running a Stalingrad, but we don't see one. Oh, MF Jones just took a big hit.
Oh, yes, he did. Where'd that come from?
But
Looks like the Yamato?
Probably the Yamato. I'm not sure. He's probably the only thing over here capable of delivering that kind of hit. The Stalingrad's position doesn't look like it would have allowed him to get shells over that island. But we don't see a Stalingrad on the 07 side, and that's something that I think would surprise a lot of people, given how there's been a lot of talk about how you would be essentially required to have one if you hope to compete going forward in competitive play.
Yeah, absolutely. Now, I haven't watched any of the EU games, almost on purpose, because I don't want to know what happens there, but I'm very curious. Do we see a lot of Stalingrads over there?
I've seen the EU matches that I've seen, and won't pretend that I've seen all of them because I haven't, but I have seen a couple, and most of them ran kind of like what we've been seeing this morning, ran 1 to 2 Stalingrads typically.
Okay.
Now,
Satsuki,
Cute Stalingrad is just getting hammered here.
yes, he's getting HE spammed. Interestingly enough, no fires. RNG says no, as that smoke is getting some torpedoes through it, and McNutted is going to take 2.
Yeah, I see this. He was out of smoke on the back side where those torpedoes hit.
You would think that one of them would have their hydro going if they're really in close proximity to each other.
I don't think they expected the gearing to be that close, but the gearing is way over on the 9 line. He's between the Stalingrad and the Worcesters on the southern end of that line. You can see the smoke cloud he laid. I'm not sure why he smoked over there. There kind of wasn't a whole lot of purpose to it, but that's what he did.
Yep.
6 minutes gone. No team anywhere near a cap circle, really. Just a lot of jockeying for position and trading health.
Yep, with 07 definitely losing out on the trades here with a couple of ships that are on their way out almost.
Jones is low again, under 7,000 HP on his little island down there south of C.
Yeah, he's leaving it. There's no point in sticking around there. McNutted also is being shot at.
Yeah, they're calling for focus fire. They know he's low. Trying for a drop on this Moskva, but it's not happening. Pretty good carrier strafe comes in there to wipe out most of those torpedo bombers.
Yep, they'll get 1.
He's going to take a little bit of damage, but...
Yeah.
Lots of people on the flanks. Nobody really in the caps. Now, one of your Worcesters looks like he's trying to edge into the A cap. Which Worcester is that, Zaf?
That would be Mr. Invader Zim as he tries to invade Cap A.
All right.
Destroyer Sashio has been detected now by BFK, and so we're going to see him take some sustained fire for a little bit. As Zim now, beautiful torpedo attempt by Asashio. Torpedoes hit that little piece of island right there, though.
Yep, Zim now capping A. Nobody on this side of the map really has an angle to do much about it.
Nope.
It's possible that Branner's Hindenburg or Kosuzu's Moskva might have shells there. Yep, Kosuzu firing now. But the Worcester's gone undetected again. I don't know that those shells are going to land.
Watch your Moskva. Possibility for... no.
I see the salvo coming in, but it looks like it's all going to fall astern, as it does. More AP bombers coming in, and none of them survive.
Nope. That's the power of the Hindenburg anti-air right there. Long range.
Team AA is doing a really good job of keeping this Moskva well covered.
Yep. Torpedoes going by BFK now. He's okay.
Zim does bag A as 07 finally starts to tick the points upward.
Yeah, Zim is a very good cruiser player. I'm not surprised to see him do that. That's a ballsy move. but one that's definitely needed by 07. They have to do something now since they're losing a little bit, at least that HB trade. They have to do something to get Cute to react to them, gain the initiative.
Yeah, they're definitely down on the HE trade, but they started down on health because of all the Woosters versus Stalingrad, Moskva, etc. Right?
Yes.
So you start upside down. You've got a taller hill to climb, as it were.
Greg now in the smoke. He's moving just kind of slowly there, rocking back and forth. As Irie just got spotted, the gearing over north of C.
He's trying to get into the top end of the cap.
Yep.
He has nowhere to run.
Nope.
Like if he gets into that cap where he is, he's got to be very, very careful because he doesn't really have any good places to hide.
Yep. Beautiful work by both McNutted and by B-Ball Man Greg, who are now both in that smoke, just pounding on a couple of ships here. And
Cute completely unafraid to fire into that smoke and fish for them.
Yes. But the nice thing is now with both of them going, I loved it a minute ago, McNutted was ripple firing, whereas Greg was salvo firing. Talk about a great way to confuse the heck out of your enemy.
It's true. Are in the top end of A now, top end of C, trying to cap, trying to get Cute on the board here with some points.
Now we're about to see some torpedoes enter right into where he might be.
Well, let's see. Nope, those are going to miss. He's at the far end of the smoke. Match is almost half over as Cute is about to bag their first cap. Both teams will start ticking up at the same rate, about 100 points apart.
Yeah, that's crazy.
I tell you, if I'm this Stalingrad, I'm so sick and tired of these Woosters.
Why?
They've just done nothing but spam him all game, it feels like. I mean, I know they haven't. They've had other targets from time to time, but it's got to be frustrating to just sit there and take it. Now,
Potato Quality got a good hit on your guy Branner here in the Hindenburg, north of B.
Now, in fairness, as a Stalingrad, the 152 millimeter American HE, even with IFHE, can't pen your deck. So it's really about the fires and the module destruction and the saturation of your superstructure. But it is irritating.
Yep.
Branner takes another decent hit there.
Apologize for that camera moving for a sec there. My cat is all over me.
We can see now 07 starting to aggressively push. Well, not really. Williams stopped. I was going to say trying to push around the edge of the AVE cap, but not really. Williams just kind of parked in that hole.
He's waiting
Where's the Henri?
He's waiting for spotting from the bombers, I think, because he knows that the Zao destroyer Sashio is going to fire torpedoes his way, and he doesn't want to go too far out there and get himself exposed. We've seen Dank do this before with battleship stuff, so... And there, oh, by the way, there's BFK. You can see him opening up now on the destroyer Sashio. And there's the torpedoes I was explaining earlier by Sashio trying to go fishing, and he's going to come up empty. Oh boy, Zim! Zim with the play. Wow.
Yep. Zim drives straight across the A cap into the edge of B, starts to cap B for 07, continuing to put pressure on Cute here. Cute is just playing very, very passively. They have all of this firepower on the eastern side of the map, and they just seem like they're not sure who to shoot at. Now, in fairness, 07 is doing a really good job of hiding their valuable targets. McNutted and who's down there with him? Is it Jones? No, it was
Greg. Yeah, B-Ball Man Greg.
McNutted and Greg have been in smoke, just spamming things all game, and when they're not in smoke, they're not firing.
Yep.
So what do you shoot at?
Yep. And as soon as they get detected, they just pop defensive fire, and there goes the planes.
Yep. Here they go tag teaming the Moskva again. Porkasuzu just under constant HE spam.
Yep.
And he's low enough they might actually have enough firepower to get him this time. Let's see what happens.
Well, he's no longer spotted. Oh.
Nope. There he goes.
Dank
William Dank doing Dank with the dunk, doing Dank things. Now he got dunked on. He's down a lot of HP. What happened to him over here? I wonder. Yeah,
probably.
Last I looked, he was over 60K.
He's been taking shots from the Montana up north and the Yamato. So I wouldn't be surprised to seeing one of them connecting with the Citadel.
Could be. 7 minutes to play. 07 on about a 220 point lead here, up a cap and a ship. on Sea of Fortune.
Yeah, now Dank's got to be careful here. We got some torpedo bombers coming in. Obviously, they want to get that shot in on Dank. And Asashio is kind of 1v1ing the Henri here, BFK. I'd like to see Dank kind of come in and help his buddy out, get that Zhao off the board.
Well, both of these ships highly vulnerable to HE, especially if BFK has IFHE on his Henri.
Yes.
Which sounds like a joke, but is not against certain targets.
Yes, IFHE allows those 240mm guns to penetrate 52mm armor. McNutta takes down the Stalingrad.
Yep, they finally get a ship off the board way over here on the other side of the map. In fact, where is...
Like, where was he?
Oh, goodness. I just noticed the Moskva died when I wasn't looking. No, we watched the Moskva.
We watched him. I apologize. That was the Dank shot.
Oh, it's been such a long day already, Zaf. That game 2 from earlier is just still exhausting me.
Oh, this is just beginning, my friend.
I know.
Potato 69 getting in position here. I love this. It's almost like formation sailing here. Look at this, guys. This is like a star formation. I'm going to screenshot this because they're drawing pi right now, guys. Literally, they're drawing pi. Okay.
Cute still seeming just not to really know how to react to what they're facing. They're down a cap, down 2 ships, not even really seeming to push anywhere.
Yep.
They seem content to just kind of hang back and try to trade HP. Now, there's a couple of ships they might yet be able to bag a kill on. William the Dank is kind of low. McNutted was, when last spotted, was kind of low. So was Jones. But if those guys stay unspotted, there's very little that Cute can do about it.
Yeah, Jones is back up to about half now. McNutted is the lowest on their team with about, I don't know, 2/5 health or something like that. As Potato begins the Death Snail comes back. B-Ball is in the smoke and McNutted is behind it. And they're going to start spamming down Dark G in the Yamato. Yamato rounds come in, they find Greg. But now
07. Go ahead.
I was going to say, the side over at sea here on the east for 07, they know that they've got the advantage both in ships and position. So
they absolutely do. They're 2 minutes from victory unless Cute finally bags a kill or turns a cap or does something.
Meanwhile,
Williams
Zim
finally got hard cover.
Yep, and Zim is now opening up on the Montana here from pretty good cover on DD.
I see that.
Speaking of DD, there's the gearing. We haven't seen him for a while.
Nope, he's changed sides of the map now. As the torpedo bombers coming in, trying to get on the DD-537's Montana. Nope, they're turning around and chasing. They're going right after the gearing.
Why not?
He's going to take at least one.
Yeah, beautiful Torp.
Oh.
Bad strafe there. There goes that other squadron.
Potato 69 now on to C as 07 looking to just complete their stranglehold of game 1 here.
Yeah.
They're 90 seconds from victory, and they're about to pick up another cap.
And they're about to kill Dark and the Yamato with all that spam. I'm purposely pulling back so you guys can see all that fire that's just coming on him.
Three different Woosters just
yes,
lobbing endless amounts of shells at Dark G's Yamato here.
Yes.
So the last time we saw somebody try a 5 Wooster comp was MIA, if you'll recall.
Yes.
Right?
Correct.
And it did not work very well for them. I think partly because they just insult to injury. They just didn't focus their fire the way that 07 has. 07 has had 2 Wooster, like those 2 guys working the 910 line have been on the same target like the entire game. Well, game 1 goes to 07 here on Sea of Fortune.
Yes, it does. And that was, I mean, at the beginning, you kind of couldn't get the feeling for what was going to happen, right? Both teams were jockeying for position, both of them really afraid to commit early on. But then we saw what happened with just that Wooster spam there, just being able to pew-pew and win that war of attrition.
Yes, indeed. Well, we'll see how these teams react now as we move on to Warriors' path for game 2. And I need to go finish up doing some giveaways.
I need to do the same. I got to tag 07 as the winner. Moving on to game 2, Warriors' path. And these guys won. Okay, so apply. Let's see if I... Okay. Ah, neat. Okay. I never knew that it worked like that. That's pretty cool. All right. Let's do my drawing here. A couple people not following. Remember, you have to be a follower to win.
That SAS channel's only on my channel. I don't care if you follow. I mean, I'd like you to follow, but I'm not going to make you.
I'm going to do that because I'm a jerk.
That's fine. You can be a jerk. It's your channel. You're allowed to be a jerk on your own channel. That's the way this world works, man.
Well, thank you. And you're always welcome, of course, to unfollow after the tournament or the day if you like.
All right, with that complete, let's see.
And who won but Belt-Fed Bunny, who we saw yesterday.
One on my stream yesterday, I think.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Well, while we're between games here, guys, I know Zaf mentioned it earlier, but I'll mention it again. Feel free anytime you see something on the stream that was fun, you want to clip it, a fun moment, clip that, and we'll evaluate those later. Again, if you want to wait until the stream is over, you can go back and do it via the video on demand on Twitch, and do it then. And then the clips that we like are the clips that I end up incorporating into the next week's intro video. We're going to hand out some CC crates for that, so you can participate in the action and save us a little time at the same time.
Yep. 07 asking for a 5-minute break. They're all going to restart their computers. That's how serious these guys are, man. Free up all the resources, clear away any memory leaks whatsoever.
That's
Love
really
it.
funny. That's really funny.
Breathe in.
I'm stretching. I'm like trying to crack my back and get the tension out of my shoulders, man. I'm gonna be feeling that game 2 tomorrow. I'm telling you.
Yeah?
I'm telling you. Just when you get an adrenaline rush like that, your body, like, it's almost like your body consumes like more sugar or something than normal. I don't know, but like at the end of that match, like when I took my little break earlier, my blood sugar was in the toilet, man. I had to have something to eat. I was just like, I was just wiped out. You don't realize how much energy you expend just staying focused and in the moment on some of this stuff. It's kind of exhausting. It gives me a new appreciation for guys who cast like high intensity sports, like say basketball, where there's a lot of back and forth and there's constantly something going on. Like baseball is much more relaxing, or even football, right? Because there's a lot of downtime. Like baseball, you've got to be ready at a moment's notice to to get excited. But frequently you'll go 30 minutes and you just kick it back with a beer, just like chatting with a friend on the radio, because it's baseball. There's not always something really exciting going on. Football's the same way, right? Like you'll go back and forth and 3 and out and a punt, and every now and then you have a good play, but then, but basketball is just nonstop, like constant. That's kind of what that felt like, that particular game.
Yeah, I hear you there. It's kind of like it's almost like the difference between like with a basketball game or something. You're always watching, the ball go back and forth. There's always that almost constant action, right? Whereas, you're absolutely right. In other games, sometimes it's a whole lot of sitting and waiting, and then there's that one moment that you all get excited, you all stand up and watch, and you're cheering and screaming and stuff like that, and then you all sit back down again.
And then you all sit back down again. Yeah, exactly. All right.
I don't know about you, Raptor, man, but when I was growing up, I used to fall asleep when I watched baseball games, at least on TV, or golf games. It just, there's something about the background noise and just that constant, I don't know.
You're
waves.
not wrong. It's very common. I mean, I don't spend this year. I have not really stopped to watch much of the NFL, but for a number of years I was big into fantasy football, and I would watch on Sunday afternoon. I would boot up NFL Red Zone, which is like like NFL action for like the attention deficit crowd, right? Because they never put a boring play on. If there's somebody in the red zone, or there's just been a score, or someone's about to score, they always bounce between that game and they show you the interesting play of the moment. So in theory, there should be always something exciting to watch. But the reality is that I would always take a nap on Sunday afternoon while I was doing this, because like you said, just something about the crowd noise and the guys talking, and it was just relaxing, So.
Absolutely.
All right, everybody's back in the room. We got to get the map settings fixed. There we go. They've just gotten that, and folks will start queuing up, I suspect. Let me get that done.
You're ready, sir?
We should be on our way shortly, I think.
All right, I'm letting them know that we are ready. Now this game is going to be interesting to see. We've seen 07 play their hand with the Worcester spam. Question is, 1, will they continue it? And 2, how is cuter, basically cute, going to respond to that Worcester spam?
Well, I almost wonder, as we got to the end of that first game, I thought, I wonder if 07 is doing this almost as a false flag, right? Like, they're going into this match, they're going to play this Worcester thing. They think they can win with it, or they wouldn't be doing it. But then for their second game, they have no intention of doing that again, in the hopes that maybe the other team will muck with their lineup a little bit, thinking that it might happen, right?
Are you saying Are you saying that 07 is kind of like Frieza and we haven't seen her final form yet?
I'm saying that it would not shock me for teams to be employing those kinds of strategic head games where possible. Let's just put it that way.
Huh?
Absolutely would not shock me.
Good point. We'll just have to see which team goes Super Saiyan.
Well, we've got time. We still got to play at least 2 more games.
Oh, wait, that's right.
Would be... Go ahead.
I was going to say, I just remembered, you don't watch a lot of anime, so you don't get these references, do you?
No, I don't get that reference. I can't help you. My weeb card doesn't exist, so I can't help you.
Oh, well.
Not a weeb.
That's all right.
Not sorry
Nobody's
about it.
perfect.
Not sorry about it either. No, nobody's perfect. That's true. You're not wrong, but not sorry about it either.
I had fond memories from college. We'd come back, I'd hang out with a couple of buddies, we'd watch Dragon Ball Z, have some Papa John's pizza, and just laugh.
I got a question for you, Zath. We haven't done a whole lot of this. When do you normally stream when you're not streaming King of the Sea? Tell everybody.
Yeah, sure. Thanks. Normally I stream on Saturdays, sometimes Sundays, but I typically will stream starting at 1 p.m. Central, and I'll go till 3 p.m. Central. And that's when I will usually stream my replays and, use that to build up the theater for the YouTube channel. I've changed my releases down to just about every other day now, and that way I can ensure quality over quantity, which makes me wonder if I want to start streaming, like, come and hang out and play kind of games like what you did on Friday night and I kind of jumped into. That was a lot of fun.
I like doing that. I only do that once a month with Fletcher Fridays, just because I like to come in and do that. But I've found it a lot of fun to bring viewers in, and because they're part of the show, I try to send them home with a little extra. Here I have a camo code or a crate code just for coming and hanging out and being part of the show. And it's a lot of fun.
Sure.
All right, we're almost ready, guys. So don't go anywhere. This game is going to drop very, very. I think right now.
Yep.
Let's see.
So you know what? It's time to see the trailer.
That's right. We're all queued up. Everybody's ready. We've told them we're ready as streamers. I think they're going to push the button.
All right. See you in a couple of minutes, guys.
With more coastline than any country in the world, the nooks and crannies of the shores of northern Canada set the stage for a showdown between opposing fleets. Amidst the barren rocks and snow-capped peaks, only one team will remain unvanquished. This is Warrior's Path. Warrior's Path is a 48 by 48 kilometer domination-style map with 3 cap points running in a line from west to east. The A cap is on the extreme left, B is in the center, and C is on the far right. To the west, Cap A has enough nearby island cover that it generally attracts at least one radar cruiser from each team. There is island cover within the cap that gives destroyers the options of entering and hunkering down to contest it, but it's exceptionally risky. Capture Area B is a difficult and challenging place to be in the early going of a game. Between radar and enemy aircraft, destroyers within the cap will be easily spotted. Though they have cover in the form of the tall island in the center of the cap, they risk being pinned down there if the opposing team is determined to find a way to wipe them out. Off to the east, the sea cap offers solid cover for friendly cruisers along the northwestern and southwestern edges, but precious little inside the cap itself. The long, narrow channel to the east that connects C and B is a frequent place to see pushes occur in the mid to late game, depending on the board position of each team. Warriors Path has a long and storied history within the tournament, having produced many close and competitive games. It begs the question, what memorable plays and matches will result this time around? 18 ships, 2 teams, 1 victor. It's time to play Warriors Path.
Alright, I know you guys want to see as much of the action as possible, so I got us a little bit of a jump start here. Raptor's still finishing up with his, so we're not going to comment too much on composition yet, but you guys can see it right there.
Бой начинается. Башня главного калибра выведена из строя.
Uh-oh.
Mulligan!
Looks like we're going back to port.
Well, we did our part at least.
Крейсер врага потоплен.
Alright, it's been acknowledged. We're going back to port.
So, guys, I hope you enjoyed the trailer. We're going to get back to the real map in a minute. We had a mulligan. So we're going back to port. We'll get this game restarted momentarily. I don't think it'll take very long. Sound like we got a UI bug on the cute side, so we'll get it fixed up, and we'll be right back into the game in just a moment.
This is what happens, guys, when you don't restart your computers between matches.
Oh, Zath, you quality troll, you.
They make it too easy, man.
That's true. That's true. All right. 07's queued up and ready to go. Looks like a couple of the cute guys still trying to get that all set up.
Yep, one person is ready, is restarting their PC, so it's going to take a moment or two.
Because Suzu's going to restart his machine. That makes sense if his UI took a dump. Don't blame him.
Nope.
We were having problems with training room yesterday. Like, we both had to restart our clients because you'd come into the training room and you couldn't interact with nothing. It was irritating as crap.
Oh yeah. Indeed. So you're not going to play the trailer again, right?
No, I won't do it again. Once is enough per map, right? If we have to restart, we just skip it. It's fine.
Fair enough.
There's kind of no point. Like, once you've seen it, you know what you're getting into. Makes, like, okay, we're good. My mission is accomplished. If everything flows smoothly and I'm able to show you the trailer and get right into the map and the map plays, then hey, awesome, it worked. But sometimes we have these little technical glitches. It happens. So Zach, you cast. So you stream every Saturday afternoon at 1 o'clock, and then you have a YouTube channel where that's where primarily most of your videos go from your streaming, right? You record the videos live, and then they go to YouTube after, right?
Yeah. So originally, I just recorded the videos on my own, and then I kind of thought to myself, wait a minute, why don't I just stream them live? And the cool thing with that, of course, is that people can comment on them. You know, oftentimes I'll have the players themselves that sent in the replay. They're watching there, and they're watching what I'm saying. Sometimes they'll come in and join the chat room so I can ask them directly, what were you thinking? What was your mindset going through? You know, all that kind of stuff. But then, you know, if not, at least they can respond in text form or something like that. And sometimes we also get, you know, other people, SAT score, for example. I even saw General Dorton once just commenting on like various play, and these are you know, good players that have experience in the type of ship that's being featured. So I mean, what better way to get some feedback from multiple players really than to send in a replay and put it out there. So huge props to all the people who have sent in replays and stuff like that. You know, it's kind of hard, right? You're exposing yourself in front of the world, so to speak, by, you know, sending in a replay that maybe, you know, you didn't do well in, or, you know, was a blowout loss or something. But you want to learn, and that's great. Yep.
Well, the good news is that Zath's explanation has basically taken us all the way back to the game has loaded, and we're about to kill each other again. So, action is coming up momentarily.
Great. And we're gonna have to find out more about what you do, sir, after when we get the next break.
Yeah, we got plenty of time. Talk through all that.
Aye.
противника уничтожен.
Disappointed in Seabear, he's never seen Dragon Ball Z before.
All right, let's have a quick look at team comps. Cute has made some changes here, going with double Des Moines, Henri, Hindenburg, and Zhao for their cruiser lineup, dropping the Moskva and the Stalingrad. I can only assume that the Des Moines are meant to be a bit of a counter to the endless Worcester spam, because now you're looking at potential AP spam in return.
Correct, yeah. Des Moines has the ability with the better AP pen angles to start digging in, and you can lob those shells over islands. Not as well as the Worcester, but of course you can do some good work here. 07 side, there's 3 Worcesters now instead of 4, so they've dropped one. Yep, there goes the planes again. And double is now in the Hindenburg, so that's the main change that we're seeing over here.
That we've traded one Worcester for Hindenburg on the 07 side. That seems to be the only real change. Did they have a Yamato last game, or were they both Montanas? I know William was in a Montana.
William was in a Montana. I think Potato Quality was also in a Montana, yeah.
Okay, I don't remember off the top of my head. William's almost always in a Montana. I don't think I've ever seen William play anything but Montana.
Yeah, and he is a Montana specialist, so...
He's very, very good with those guns.
You tell him to play something else, he's just going to leave. And I don't blame him. Like, come on, you know this.
Going for an AC split here. Des Moines gearing Henri, Des Moines, and Yamato heading east to C as Montana, Hindenburg, and Zhao head west to A.
Yep, and we have the majority push over on C side here, and only a couple over at A.
Well, should be a fun rumble then when the stretch finally happens. Where is your gearing? Which side of the map is your gearing going to be on?
Gearing is over on C side right now. He's fixing to set up a Death Snail for the Invader Zim in the Worcester, just like last game.
Interesting. No one is sending a destroyer to A, which is very, very typical on this map. That's really curious.
Well, C, maybe they feel like they've got a little bit more cover. They got those big hard islands they could duck behind if they absolutely need to.
Cute swinging very wide of C here now. Kasuzu's Henri headed all the way to the 10 line. Shui's Des Moines is going to set up where you're used to seeing cruisers on the extreme southwestern edge of the cap, as Klatz swinging very wide, looking like he might try to duck into the cap from the southeastern corner.
Which is somewhat safe, so I could understand why he's doing that. Meanwhile, those 3 ships have been spotted, so 07 kind of knows what's coming up. I can imagine.
Cute also shoving a Des Moines on the south side of B right here. I assume they're looking to just mainly keep a nice A bubble through the center of the map. Seems logical anyway.
Yep. Zim opening up with his anti-air, and I have a feeling those torpedoes in C are now spotted by the carrier.
Well spotted and will not be a problem.
Yep. Nice work, though, by Dragon Killer there saying, oh, torpedoes, let's spot them all.
Klatt throws his own torpedoes over there just for the hell of it.
Might as well. Destroyer Sashio was detected a little bit there. People called a focus fire, but nobody was really in position to do anything about it just yet. Oh, he's back!
I was going to say, fighter squadron's moving in now to keep him spotted, and they're going to be able to do so just because there's not quite enough fighter firepower there to do anything about it.
Here comes a dank salvo. Nope.
Solid hit. Not catastrophic, but solid.
Yeah, BFK now engaging reload booster with AP shells. Punishing him a little bit for that broadside.
Yeah, Sashio's taking some damage here, but it doesn't look like any of it's going to be catastrophic. They're going to succeed in pushing him back down the one line, though. Well, over at C, Klatz's ploy has worked. Cute does bag a cap here first this game. 5 minutes gone, both teams still jockeying for position here as the Worcester spam starts to force one of Cute's Des Moines back away from the C cap.
Sashio, very ballsy there, opened up on BFK on the Henri just at the end there, basically saying, nah, you can't hit me.
Well, we'll see, because those shells look pretty good. Bounces one off the deck, but that's bad. It does light a fire, though. That fire's going to stick for a bit.
Yep, William the Dank was looking elsewhere, and now he's getting his guns back into position. Although he's got a pretty decent shot on Brenner. No, not anymore.
That Wooster north of A, what is he doing? Is he trying to reverse into the cap, perhaps?
Yes, McNutted is in a position to either reverse into the cap or pull out in a hurry if he needs to, and he's in a beautiful position, lobbing shells over the island. How'd you like to be on top of that mountain there, just watching it all unfold?
Ooh. Well.
Uh-oh, Des Moines.
07,
Look at your
07 willing
Schwei.
to,
Sorry.
I see him. 07 willing to trade cap points for health here early, preferring to take the health advantage they can get and allow Cute to just hang on to some caps. I don't think they're going to land any of these torps.
No.
Nope.
Not sure what that torp drop was meant to do.
I'm not sure either. Warlord 78 not really getting anything out of that particular drop. Might have landed a bomb, but it certainly wasn't any more than an overpen if it landed.
That's the power of defensive fire. Double
Now
defensive fire.
they've also shoved their other Des Moines into the bottom end of B. And I don't know, can they spot him? Can you guys see him in that position?
He just went dark when those bombers went away.
Well, they also did get some shells on him. They did reset him.
Mm-hmm. Now,
Potato
Jones...
Qualities Montana would have shots on him if it weren't for the island.
Yeah, and Jones is in a position to radar, but he's probably not bothering because nobody can shoot him. Maybe William the Dank, that's about it.
Yeah, nobody's got shots. I don't think there's anything you can do there. Pretty static game here for the moment. Queued up 2 caps now. 7 minutes gone as they will start trying to hold what they've got. There's no need for them to push an advantage here. They're accruing points at a pretty good clip.
Mm-hmm.
This Des Moines is going deeper into the B cap. I don't think this is a good idea. I really think he needs to pull out of there and be somewhere else. Now,
Okay.
Shui got hammered by something.
Yeah.
Was that booster spam?
I don't think so. I don't think so.
Oh, he's on fire again.
I think that might have been a dank salvo.
Could be. I just looked up and saw his health.
Me too. Or it could have been potato quality. I think it's a dank salvo. Here come some shots.
Ooh, more shells coming in from behind him. Shui's under a tremendous amount of pressure. I don't really think he's got anywhere he can hide.
No. William the Dank getting a torpedo strike right now. He'll take maybe one. But in response, here we come.
Shells on the way for Shui from the opposite side of the map all the way downtown. Let's see how they were aimed. Looks like they're gonna, well, no, maybe this could be bad.
Oh,
Yep, it's bad.
wow.
William doing William things. Well, we didn't talk about it at the time, but McNutted does bag A as one of the other Woosters now into C. Removing that Des Moines allows that Wooster to pull up and start to cap. He's not spotted. They have no eyes on him as 07 now bags a cap advantage to go with their 1 ship advantage with 11.5 minutes to play. BFK under some pressure over here on the 1 line. He's at half health or so.
Your buddy in B is about to get struck again, although now there's some fighters spotted there, so yeah.
He's got some fighter cover.
No strike today.
Well, we'll see. He's got some fighter cover. Earlier, I think the trick was that both Des Moines were right there, right? That really, really hurt that strike. But Isuzu is continuing to move up into the B cap. He's turning to the west, right? There's nobody who's going to have really shots on him there because everybody else is on the 9-10 line. There's a big island at his stern. So he's fine to make this turn, but it is a little strange. The planes are coming in from astern now.
Yep. Zim spotted the gearing torps that are coming through. Potato, nope, he'll be fine.
Those strike planes kind of hiding in the shadow of MF Jones's Wooster over there.
Mm-hmm. And they're
that keeps the fighters at bay.
Taking a
William
bit of
with a huge salvo on Isuzu there.
Yep. Yeah, that's
kind of trapped in B. This is I was really surprised to see him go deeper into the cap. If it were me, I think I would have pulled back out of the cap to his original position after I made the play.
Yep.
I don't think he can escape Williams' next salvo. I just don't.
Nope, here it comes.
It's in so badly. Yep, shell's coming in. Down to 8K. He's going to dodge the second half of the salvo.
Yeah, but he just DCP'd, and of course he's being Wooster spam now. Double's getting in on this. Jones is on this.
Well spotted. Plenty of
Zim.
shells coming in. Ooh, look where Zim is. Zim pulled a Buenos Noches in that channel.
Yes. And Sento knows he's on his way out, trying to get those last couple shots in. Who's going to get
Looks
the kill?
like it. I mean, he's on 2,500 HP, and we know his heal is on cooldown. He's not even firing his guns. He's just driving around. I'm surprised to not even see him shooting and trying to get some damage, but
He did a little bit, and he was changing his target because he lost an angle on Jones, and Double might have been just outside of his range. If he's not running range mod, maybe.
well, to me now, Cute's in a lot of trouble because they
Oh, yeah.
they clearly brought those Des Moines that work as a counter to this Worcester play, and they're dead. They're off the board. So now what?
And the A group there, I mean, you probably, you know, if I'm in the Cute chat right now, I'm probably saying, guys, you got to push, you got to make a play happen or do something.
Yeah,
But
this A group is their best place to get a kill and make a push. William just took a solid hit from something.
yeah, from
Probably
DD.
DD 537. Yeah.
But William's
they're
okay
gonna
with that if he's able
They're
to
able
get
to
back.
bag A if they want. They're able to
Correct.
bag A if they really want it, but let's see how they pull this off. They need to bag the cap and pick up a kill. They need to kill one of these ships. Getting William off the board would be huge.
Absolutely. Now, Zim is being very smart about this. He knows he could go into B, but of course that's a trap. And look at Dark G. He's waiting with the Yamato, right? He's waiting for that cruiser to show up.
Well, they gain and lose eyes on Zim from time to time.
Right.
Dark G's guns aren't exactly turned in the right position, but I suspect if he sees Zim moving, that he'll change. That will change.
Sure. Is he looking at C right now for a shot on maybe the gearing or something?
He did have his guns into C.
Mm.
Destroyer Sashio capping A, but taking shots now to reset him down to 14,000.
Yeah,
Trying to get some cover here.
Nutta took a bit of a hit, but I mean, they're just HE bombs and whatever. He just shrugs them off.
DD 537 now under fire from Henri and Worcester, on both quarters, port and starboard.
Yep. And that's what you got to do. You got to get these shots in. BFK looks like he took some hits earlier.
Cute bagging A with 7 minutes to play. That's going to give them a cap advantage, but they're down 2 ships. They've got a lot of ground to make up. They need a kill badly.
Yes, they do. As MF Jones is nudging himself into B cap. As soon as he knows it's safe to go in, he's going to commit.
Was he coming in from the northeast side? Yep.
Yes.
He left his island position there. We haven't had any vision over there in a while. They didn't know he was coming.
Yep. He wanted to wait, and like I was mentioning the Yamato, he wanted to wait until the Yamato's guns were looking elsewhere. And
Yep.
Snuck him in.
Cute bagging a cap, but will quickly lose control of B here. They have no vision on Jones's Worcester, who is capping B right now. DD 537 about to run aground just to have some cover here from this HE spam.
Yeah, William the Dank is currently just kind of running back. He's at 1,400 or 14,000, I should say. But I think he'll be okay for a little bit longer.
Well, it's the best play he can make. They need to keep him away from all this damage. I mean, that's points they don't need to surrender.
Yep.
Cute realizes that Dank is trying to get in. Here come some torpedo bombers. Even if he just takes one torp that's a flood, it could be huge. Oh, a strafe comes in, but it's not in time.
No,
but those
he'll be
torps I
fine.
don't think are going to land.
Nope, he'll take one in the rear. Right on the belt armor.
Is he flooding?
Nope. But like you said,
Ooh.
I mean, still, that's...
07 up 2 ships a cap and 150 points here. They'll win in 2.5 minutes. Cute trying to find a way to stay in the game, trying to find a way to victory.
Yeah, Sashio found a way to an island.
Did he run aground?
Yeah, he's got to back
Yes,
up
he did.
now.
That could
Big
be
hit on
bad.
McNutted.
Montana Salvo coming in. Oh, there it was. William does it again.
Yeah, you don't give William the Dank a broadside. You just
don't give him
do
that. Don't give him a free shot, or he will just dunk you. That gives Q 2 problems, right? They had really good shots on McNutted, but now with that Zhao off the board, they don't anymore.
Mm-hmm.
And that also loses. Of course, you give up the points.
Oh, speaking of those good shots.
Oh, speaking of good shots, I had just turned the camera.
I caught that coming in at the last second there out of the corner.
Nice. Q dances with a kill of their own here. That keeps the game still within their reach if they make some plays. The health is not so imbalanced that they're not able to make up some ground, but their board position is precarious, I'd say.
Think he's
William
gonna
looks
go
like he
down?
might go down 800 HP, just a couple of shells. Won't take much. They just have to ding him.
Tis but a scratch.
Tis but a scratch, indeed. Here it comes. 56
the
in a
fire.
fire. There he goes. They finally get William off the board here. That narrows the gap to about 100 points with 4 minutes to play here on Warriors Path.
That was important. Cute had to get that guy off in order to be able to do something here. BFK in a very exposed position here now.
If they can back. Oh, that's huge.
Whoa!
They took Potato off the board too.
Where did that happen? Oh, I see it.
Way over on the 10 line.
I see it.
That game is tied now in kills. Cute might go up a kill here in a minute if they can get BFK. Certainly under a lot of pressure here from Montana and Hindenburg.
Yep.
Down on caps, but may be up on ships shortly. We're going to have to see if they can pull it off. Nope. The Henri is out of sight. We don't have eyes on him. There is a torpedo strike headed that way.
Yeah, Warlord's got a bomber or fighter squadron in position, but
I see it. Well,
yeah.
The bomber strike is escorted by fighters as well. They've spotted BFK again. If nothing else, they'll have shells on him. Montana and Hindenburg.
Going to be a huge impact if they can get BFK off the board.
It is indeed. BFK represents a big points for 07. They don't want to give these up. They can't afford to.
Oh no. Here it comes.
Torpedo strike coming in from dead astern. I don't think those are going to go anywhere. He's going to get nothing out of those. That's a weird drop. But here comes the Montana shells. They overshoot. He gets overpen maybe. BFK's going to ride the line. They lit him on fire.
Choo,
put it out.
There it is.
There he goes. Cute moving out to a small lead that will soon evaporate on the strength of their cap disadvantage. They need to make a push somewhere. They need to get on a cap or bag another kill, but they're still in the game with 2 minutes to play.
Torpedo's coming through the smoke now on double. Over at A cap. He's going to take at least one. No, maybe, yeah, one. No, he made it.
Ooh, the beats, the torpedo beats.
Wow.
And there it is, tie game as 07 moves back out into the lead once again. Both teams over 900 points now. Cute needing a kill. Oh, but Dark G is very low. What happened over here, I wonder? Down at 4,300 HP. He's healing.
Yeah. Warlord might even take a torp here. Yep, he'll take two.
Ooh, Dark G survives. Problem is, Cute's kill is not going to come at sea. All they have over there is the gearing. They don't have the firepower. If they're going to get it, it's going to come from... It's got to be potato quality. They can't even see the Woosters in the gap. Like, they know they're there, but they're not visible.
Yep.
30 seconds left on the timer. Cute trying to find a way to salvage this game. They've worked back into it.
Nope.
I don't think they're going to be able to kill Potato in time.
Nope, and Double's got shots now on the gearing. The gearing's opening up, trying to make something happen. Lost his engines. Somebody's going to die.
They had to send somebody to B, but I think Klatz is going to be out.
There
That's
it
the
is.
deal. That's the game. There it was.
Woo! What a game two.
Cute. Man, Cute. What is it with game twos today?
I don't know, but Cute answering 07 with giving them a real run for their money here.
Very much so. What a solid game.
And look at those Des Moines. I mean, one of them made a position mistake, sure, but still, I mean, top of the board in terms of playing kills there.
I don't think Shui's position was never a mistake. I think they just 07 realized that they needed to get him off the board, and they made that a priority, and they just kept pushing and pushing and pushing until he had nowhere to hide from both battleships.
Absolutely.
And that's just solid play.
That's
I think
cross
that
shots.
what happened exactly. I think what happened to Isuzu was probably just overzealous. There was no need for him to be that deep in the B cap. I'm not sure what he was doing up there. So I can't answer that. I'm just not positive where they were hoping to go with that.
Yep.
07 goes up 2-zip here on Cute in the semifinals. They need but one victory, and they will return to the finals for the first time since King of the Sea 5. I'm curious. Let's go see if we can get a score in the other match. And then I'll draw my raffle. Not seeing a score report for PSV, so I'm just not sure.
Nope. Nothing's been reported yet. So we're not
Okay.
quite sure how it's going down. Now the big question is, is 07 going to restart their computers again?
That's a good question. All right, let's see.
And time to draw for the raffle.
Yep.
V12, William the Dunk Master. I love the title. Keep those clips coming, guys. Kaiser 5, congratulations. You win the raffle.
Winner of that one. Winner of that one. Not in the chat at the moment. Let's see. You are. There
Yes,
we
I am.
go. No, just talking to myself. Okay. Only a couple codes left to go here, as we are headed to Game 3 on Shatter. Let's see.
Yep,
Oh, did I fix that in my... I didn't.
Don't forget, everybody, about the challenge for getting the best clips. This may be the last game of the series.
It's possible. We don't have any way to know. Cute looked really good that game. I mean, they kind of losing the Des Moines early hurt, but they clawed back in, and they were still in the close of the game at the end. They needed to be able to hit some of those whooshers in the channel, and they just couldn't get it. They had no line of sight, no angles in there.
McNutted in chat. It's the school bus camel, right? That's why you keep dunking on me.
Well, I know at least one person who thinks that school bus camo is the best thing since sliced bread.
That's right.
Well, guys, I don't have any other streams open. If somebody knows the current score... Why am I talking? There's no point. I'm saying, like, why am I asking vocally? No one can hear me for 5 minutes. What's the point? Okay. Cute, just about queued up and ready to go here. 07 not queued up just yet, but that's okay. We have time in between these games for a reason.
Yep, players can take up to 10 minutes in between the battle. Oftentimes they want to get back in there, but hey, you got the time. This one's important. I'm sure 07 is sitting here saying, one more to go, guys. We need to, figure this out. What are we going to do?
Pulleycat says it's looking like 2-0 PSV. Second game's almost over. Game 2 just ended. PSV up 2-zip.
Wow.
Interesting. Interesting.
Very interesting. Very interesting. Well, in that case, rip PSV.
Interesting. Whoa, these guys are all ready. Like, everybody's queued up. Okay, they got the map settings fixed. Zaf, we may be dropping very soon here. Like, everyone's ready, so make sure you are here.
Yep. Letting them know streamers are ready.
Yeah, we're good.
Get the trailer ready for Shatter. And I'm going to start right now.
The picturesque coastlines of the maritime provinces of eastern Canada form the backdrop for a titanic clash of opposing fleets. These steep cliffs and jagged rocks will soon echo the thunder of heavy guns, as only one team will emerge supreme. This is Shatter. Shatter is a 48 by 48 kilometer domination-style map with 3 cap points running in a line from west to east. The A cap is on the left, B is in the center, and C is on the right. The capture areas are quite close together, and there are a lot of islands and ambush points for destroyers to contend with. Cap A on the left is the safest for Allied destroyers. Though there are plenty of nearby islands within radar range, large portions of the cap perimeter are wide open, providing unfettered access in a multitude of ways in and out. This is in stark contrast to Capture Point B in the center, which is claustrophobic and has extremely limited access. Enemy ships that find themselves spotted within the confines of the B cap are usually the targets of copious quantities of enemy fire, and brawls between larger combatants here are short, vicious, and deadly. On the right, Cap C is frequently the site of a staring contest between enemy ships, as each team will typically park a destroyer in the cap to contest it, then work the 9-10 line with battleships and cruisers to try and force an opening. The success of such efforts usually determines which way this capture area goes. Shatter is not a well-liked map in competitive play due to how static the C cap plays and how difficult it is to even contest B cap and survive. 18 ships, 2 teams, 1 victor. It's time to play Shatter.
All right. Just in time to watch me
Вражеский
die.
крейсер уничтожен.
All right, here we go. Quick look through the lineups. Cute has returned to Moskva Stalingrad, double Hindenburg, and a Worcester, dropping the Des Moines this time. 07 remaining with triple Worcester. 07's lineup is exactly the same.
Correct. It worked last time. Why won't it work this time?
If it works, I guess what works don't what.
If it ain't broke, don't fix it.
If it ain't broke, don't fix it. Now, Cute's going for some very odd-looking ship shuffling here in their backfield. Hindenburg, Moskva, Worcester, Stalingrad, Gearing, and Hindenburg are all heading to the eastern half of the map.
Oh, wow.
As, in fact, I think, are they going to death ball here? It's hard to say. Like, almost everybody, with the exception of the Montana, is headed east.
That's crazy. And now the Gearing just got spotted. And
I apologize. One of the Hindenburgs and the Montana are headed to A.
okay, Satsuki's been spotted. Kozu's been spotted. So pretty soon they're gonna know the gig is up here. There's the Hindenburg.
Well, I mean, knowing where your enemy is only half the war. Then deciding what to do about it is the other half.
Well, right, but what I'm getting at is, so 07 is doing a typical kind of split with the majority force at C and then their flank body over at A. As soon as they realize the majority is over at C, that flank body can go right into A, relatively unhindered.
I'm still trying to wrap my brain quite around what it is that Cute's hoping for with this deployment. I'm just not 100% positive where they're going. Hopefully they're smarter than I am, because I am not understanding. So, that's all I can say about that.
Latori took a couple of hits there, but no big deal. He's in a position to prevent them from pushing around C with his Moskva.
He's still down about 20k early on. That's gotta hurt.
Oh, Branner!
Yeah, I say Branner's getting chunked here. More shells coming in. Looks like he's trying to make a run to A and get in. Sorry, C and get in the top into C.
Yeah, Potato Quality though had a good shot on him, took it. I'm sure Dank is looking for a shot too.
We can only this. We're losing the spotting war on this side of the map so badly.
Yeah.
Cute has no idea where 07 is. None.
Oh, here it comes.
Branner just got dunked on. Like, we can see the Worcester in C and the Montana south of C. There is not a single other ship on the board we can see. Branner's out.
Wow, what an early kill by Warlord there.
Yeah, just we have no idea where the Cute fleet is. I mean, sorry, where the 07 fleet is.
Right.
How can you react when you have no spotting?
So here's a difference. The 07 fleet has pretty much stayed along the H line, so they've been staying farther back, so that those fighters have to go, and scout planes have to go farther down south in order to find what 07 is doing. Whereas Cuter or Cute, I should say, more of their ships were on the D line when they were initially spotted.
I just realized something really critical, Zaf, because I'm an idiot and I didn't notice at the beginning of the game. Cuter changed their carrier.
Yeah, they got a midway. Yep.
They brought a midway this game. I'm not sure why, but that's what they did. And right now, in my mind, it's costing them because they have no vision. They can't see what's happening.
I don't know why you would change up your carrier like that on a crucial game like this.
I'm not sure either. I mean, they must have thought there was a reason or it would give them some advantage or they wouldn't have done it, but I'm just not sure what it is. Their carrier play up to this point has been solid. They've been doing fine handling the midway.
Mm-hmm. And that's going to give Warlord an awful lot more freedom to do what we just saw him do.
Absolutely it is. 07 goes up 2 caps very quickly here on Shatter. As we approach the 5-minute mark of the match, they're ticking up points pretty quickly.
Yep.
Cute just not really looking like they kind of have a good, solid plan, like they're sure what they want to do here.
Yep, see, and there's 07 taking that quick cap. No problem. Thanks, guys. Moving on to B.
Yeah, if you're going to give it to them, they're going to take it. 07 is not a team that you can make mistakes against or give them stuff for free and expect the game to last.
Nope. Alright, Mosfa has now been spotted trying to traverse across B cap.
I was wondering if he was going to get spotted. He's in a bit of a compromising position right there. Williams' shell's already on the way.
You got it.
They're going to fall astern or over him.
One in a
mostly
butt.
astern. Yeah, that's about it. Not much there.
Satsuki taking some HE spam now.
07 looking really solid here in Game 3 of the semifinals, up over 200 points here early.
Наша команда получила преимущество.
This might be a very quick game, Raptor.
I tell you, Zath, it's looking like it's going to be a very quick game. And I hate saying that, but I just don't know what else to... From this chair, I don't know what else to say right now. There's only 2 ships, 2 Cute ships on the entire western half of the map. Everybody else is on the 6th line or farther east. They're trying for torpedo strike on William.
Yep. Bomber drop
They're going to land some
Matori.
good hits. Looks like just 2, though.
Watch Matori over here. He's about to get torped. And that strafe from Dragon Killer missed the mark.
Wasn't enough. This Motori's about to take a whole face full of torpedoes here.
3.
At least 3, yep. Wonder if he's flooding. Doesn't look like it. Must have had his DCP available.
Yeah, AP bombs earlier didn't do that much damage.
Okay,
RNG
well,
said no.
Cute does finally get into C, and they do so with the Yamato of all things. Starting to cap C here. I mean, I don't think they're going to bag it just because there's too many people to shoot at him, but at least he's holding the points down.
He's about to get gearing torped as well. At least 2 torps, maybe 3, are about to hit him.
Oh, yep. Here come the gearing torps from the port side. Looks like nope, it's going to be 3. 3 big torps there on the Yamato, dropping him under half health.
And that's going to force DCP. That's going to cause Invader Zim to switch to him. He's already switched his guns. Double and the Hindenburg's opening up. I mean, they're just going to burn him to cinders, and that's it. There it is. Fire's already started.
I guess wondering why Dark G is continuing forward at this point. Like, what is that? What is to be gained by continuing to move? Why not pull back and use the island as some cover, or I don't know, something.
It looks like they're trying a concerted push. Stalingrad, Hindenburg over there are also pushing. Moskva's now pushing south. I think they're trying to sweep through C here.
They've got Zim radared. I mean, that's something at least, but I just... I'm not going to lie, Zaf, I'm just not sure what Cute's plan was for this map. They're going to lose they're going to lose this Yamato. Like, it's only a matter of time. He's driven too far forward. The Worcester in B has him. The Hindenburg South has him. The Worcester on the 10 line has him. He's gonna burn to death. It's only a matter of time.
Yep. He went too far, too fast. We needed the Stalingrad and Hindenburg to catch up if you wanted to do a concerted push like this. Meanwhile, the Moskva is also very low and about to get flanked by Jones. Hell, the Midway's even spotted up there in North Dragon Killer now.
Well, they know Jones was there. Moskva seems to be Moskva's turning his guns. I mean, we're at a point where Cute might never own a cap in this game.
I mean, Jones is opening up on the Midway now on Dragon Killer. Nobody can do anything about it.
Nope, no one has shots on Jones. Jones can literally just sit there and farm HP off of Cuter's
Yep.
carrier.
Dark is back on fire now. This is probably it for him. There goes Yamato.
Yeah, this was only a matter of time. Like this was inevitable at some point just because of his board position.
Yep. One last Defiant salvo out.
Here he goes. 07 out to a 2-ship, 2-cap lead, up almost 600 points here. We're not even to the halfway mark of the match.
No. I didn't think it would come down to a 3-0 win.
I didn't either. Cute looked pretty decent last game. I mean, they clawed back in, they lost, but they were very competitive.
Mm-hmm.
This game, they just, I mean, for lack of a better word, Zap, they look lost.
Yeah. It almost feels like they made a change to the lineup that they didn't want to make, but felt like they had to make, and they didn't practice that change.
Midway Torps on. Oscar seals that deal. Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
I don't know that the midway change is what's going to sink this game for them, but I wonder why you would have done it.
Well, let's be real. The midway change causes a decrease in vision, like you had mentioned. It causes a change in the air war completely. Now Warlord is free to do what he wants to do with those bombers. He's got 2 kills now. You know, so it just completely
Big
changes
kills.
the game. And the big thing is, I mean, Cute isn't used to playing like this. They're not used to having to defend themselves from all these, all these aircraft. I mean, it would be like back when we were doing Supremacy, it'd be like me switching from Ashoka to Lexington, which I did once because LOL, I had no idea what else to do. But, you know what I mean? Like,
You did it once just to troll people. I remember that game.
And it worked.
Hilariously, it did work.
Okay, Hindenburg bagged.
Cute is going to finally bag a cap. They lose another ship. They're 4 ships down now. There's no way they can win this game.
No, this is done in 30 seconds or less.
The Stalingrad is continuing to sail to his death. He's just feeding himself. I think they
gave up.
I don't understand. They came all this way. They're all the way to the semifinals, and they just don't look good. I'm baffled.
Nope.
When this Stalingrad dies, the game will be over.
It's over in 10 seconds anyway.
It is over. They're going to tick up on points. It's a good point. One way or the other, 07 is going back to the finals here on King of the Sea in North America.
That's all she wrote.
That's all she wrote, kids. Well, I was not expecting a 3-0 sweep.
No.
Not at this level. I'm really shocked.
That game lasted 11 minutes and 17 seconds, guys. 11 minutes and 17.
Just unbelievably fast.
That's a crazy way to end the series.
Yeah, just unbelievably fast.
I mean, nobody on 07 died.
No. They barely took any damage. Actually, I'm being unfair. The Hindenburg was pretty beat up. The Worcester on the 10 line was pretty beat up.
Mm-hmm.
Which was the Montana over south of C? That was William, wasn't it? He taken a good chunk of damage too. So I'm being a little
William
unfair.
was south of A. It was
okay, so I had it backwards. It was potato quality then.
Yeah, it's potato quality. But you're right, and that speaks to another point, which is the inability to finish those kills. Which of course
they had the Hindenburg down to 3K at one point.
Yeah, and they also had Zim down to like 2K or something. I thought he was gone. I was ready for my death shots, and it was denied.
Yeah. Really shocking. Well, look, congratulations to 07. They played an outstanding tournament, an outstanding series. They are moving back to the finals for the first time since King of the Sea 5, and I know they've been looking forward to that. So, at a minimum, they will be playing in the finals on Saturday, and because of the virtue of the fact that they're one of the top 2 teams of the event, they are guaranteed a spot in the crossover tournament next Sunday against the EU fellas.
That's right. So
we don't know which spot, right? It could be first, it could be second, but they're going to be in at least one of them.
So they're getting paid, right? One way or another.
Yes, they are. Yes, they are. Well, I'm looking to see if I can get a glance at the schedule, just to find out what the PSV score is. I don't see it right now. I don't have Quad Stream open. I suppose I should, like a good neighbor.
State Farm
let me see
is
if
there.
I can go find it here. That's right. Let's have a look at Quad Stream here. Okay, they're 2-0 PSV there. Game 3 has not started yet. So guys, here's what I'm going to do. Okay, we're done here, of course. There's nothing else we're going to show you in terms of live action today. What we're going to do is we're going to remind you guys one more time about our clip contest. If you are interested, both Zaf and myself are offering community contributor containers. Come in later, watch the VODs on our channels, make clips of moments that you guys found amusing or really enjoyed, preferably game action. Don't clip us talking in between games. That's boring because nobody wants to see that, right?
Nope.
Okay, game action moments that you liked, and of the ones that we use in the next trailer video, or ones that we just particularly like, you will be getting a PM from us with some kind of CC crate or code, maybe camo. I'm just not sure what I have available. I'd have to go back through my checks and look. Also, finals cast this coming Saturday night at 6 p.m. Eastern. We will be casting the finals live here. Not live on Twitch on the main World of Warships Twitch channel. Zaf and I will be at Wargaming headquarters in Austin.
Yep.
I believe we're going to be joined by Fem to help us manage that cast. So she does a lot of work. She knows their setup. So we are going to be in good hands. But we're going to be bringing you the North American finals and third place matches live there. So guys, please come on out and enjoy that stream. There will be more giveaways. I've been working on that in the background with the community team. So yes, we're going to have more free stuff. We're not afraid to buy you off. That's how it works. So anyhow, so I think that's it. I'm going to let this catch up on stream. When we go off the air here, Zaf, I think I'm going to go ahead and send everybody over to Quad stream. We'll go and just raid them and just dump everybody over there. Quad, who's Quad casting with? He's Fury, but Fury is casting from YouTube today, so we can't raid him from here. Anyway, is there anything left that you want to talk about, Zaf?
Well, this is odd. We're done early, and I don't like it. But
it is a little odd, but there's literally nothing else for us to cast. I have one more drawing I should do.
Yep, I'm gonna do my drawing right now, and that's Predator Us, and I think he won on your stream earlier, right?
I think he did.
So let's clear that away. And oh, hi Warlord. Oh man. What a game here. So we're gonna announce formally 07 winning and moving on. Congratulations to 07.
Absolutely. Good on them. All right, I'm gonna put my little outro up. I gave away my last code. Put the little outro up here, and guys, thanks again. We will be back on Saturday, but we will not be on my channel or Zaf's. We're gonna be on the main Warships channel, so come find us over there. Otherwise, I'm here every Tuesday night at 8 p.m. Central. That's 9 p.m. Eastern or 6 p.m. Pacific, doing random things. So drop on by if you want to stop in and just say hi during the week. I'm here every Tuesday night. Zaf, thanks again. We had a great cast today, as always. I appreciate your time, and I will see you on Friday night.
A lot of fun as always, man. Take care, and yeah, thank you, and can't wait.
All right, guys, we're going to send you over to Quads now. Go watch PSV and Rush B, and let's see who 07 is going to face in the finals. Take care.
And I'll raid you as well. Thanks.
All right, so we have to wait 5 minutes for that to catch up to the stream, so I won't run the raid until we get to that point.
Roger that. Hold on one sec here. I want to make sure that I am off.